Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been all right. Been all right.
Yeah, yeah, for
Things are
sure.
happening, I guess.
That's
Guess
cool.
what came in the mail today?
What came in the mail today?
What
Do
came?
we have to
I'll,
guess?
I'll give you a hint. It came from Canada.
Came.
Oh,
Oh, it was that game that you ordered from Canada.
Yeah.
It was.
Magical Kitty saves the
Yeah, that's
day.
it. Yeah, of course.
how long ago did you order that?
Like last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
not
So it
very
wasn't
long.
it wasn't that long. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, it just regular mail from Canada.
Holy crap! It's from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Apparently, the nowhere close to her really sold it. It was like this or the
No.
UK.
Oh
It
yeah.
has little kitty tokens.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah.
I
It has a
recently
comic
got
book.
Gloom.
It has character sheets.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Sweet.
How is Gloom?
Gloom. I haven't played it yet. But I have. Sorry, no, that's untrue. I have played it before. And it's a fun
Nice.
game. And I
Sounds
haven't.
gloomy.
It's quite gloomy. You get like these basically these Poe and Lovecraft's inspired families, and these are your characters, and your goal is to make them very very miserable, and then also kill them. Your own family. That is your goal.
Yeah,
Oh.
because that's what creates great art, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Making people miserable, especially like really sensitive people that might be prone to seeing like I don't know ancient rituals appear in their books of blank pages or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Nice. Yeah, that would be fun. Ruining somebody's life.
Mhm. Several people's life, and
Yeah.
you're spoiling somebody else's game when you give their character self-worth points.
Oh.
So you need negative self-worth points to win.
Okay.
And these cards are interesting because they are transparent.
Oh.
So the whenever you're tallying points or checking out modifiers and stuff, it's whatever is visible on the card, right?
Okay.
Because you stack them up, and that's how. And new stuff can be stacked on top of it, and which will obscure some of the other like the points
Interesting.
or the modifier
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Wow. Sounds a little hard to keep track of.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not that hard actually. It's a pretty simple game.
Hmm.
Like once you're playing it, and you're going around.
You got some new. Sorry. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say you got some new acoustics there.
Do I? Is there
Yeah.
something different?
Yeah, it's a bit different sounding, but not bad or anything. Just you can tell you're in a different place than you used to be.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Previous
of
games.
course. Is there like a little bit of echo? I don't have anything on the walls yet, so it's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
gonna
that's
echo.
what it is pretty much. Yeah.
Right.
It sounds like a much more open space.
Hmm.
Yeah. You need to get some posters on the wall and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I've got paintings.
Decorations
I've
and
got
things.
pictures. I've got my Star Trek poster, my Star Trek calendar, rather.
Nice.
Ships of the Line. If you guys are interested in a cool Star Trek calendar, it's pictures that are basically just the ships from Star Trek. Right. So yeah,
Yeah.
and it's really cool. Some of them are like there was this. Some of them are kind of bad. Some of them are really good. There's this one that was inspired by a like an old hunting painting, like it was like a British hunting painting where there was a woman in the lead and she was pointing and there was a guy
Like
crouched.
Bodicea or something.
Yeah, there was a guy crouched beside her with a phaser in hand,
Oh.
and they had in the back like this was kind of a jungle area, and in the background there was this like crashed, Federation spaceship and everything.
Oh,
So it was kind of cool in that it was obviously inspired by an old hunting painting.
It sounds kind of un-Star Trek almost.
Yeah, it kind of was. I turned to it and I was like, "Whoa, that's different." Hello.
maybe that's what like that's a mirror universe picture or something like that.
Yeah.
Say again?
I said, James, guess what came in the mail?
Yay!
Hey James.
Magical Kitty save the day!
You like the little kitty tokens?
Yeah, it has little kitty tokens in it.
I thought you would be happy about that.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. No problem. I was describing the variedness in theme and mood of my Star Trek Ships of the Line calendar images.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. Mostly they're just ships in space, but this one was very cool in that it was, artistically done.
Yeah, Star Trek is more than just ships in space.
Yeah, it is. It for sure is. Yeah.
They go to planets sometimes.
Yeah. And if you've played Star Trek Adventures, then you know that even when they are in ships in space, it is about more than being in a ship in space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not played that yet.
It's a good one. I like that one. I like the way it encourages you to work together.
Yeah. The cooperative thing?
Yeah, for
Cool.
sure. Do you remember being a raccoon person? And I had a mechanic where, and that was basically your whole character was you had this ability to help your other raccoon people out. And that was quite a while ago for like your birthday, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. I don't even remember now. Probably 2 years ago. I ran that one, but yeah, for sure.
I'll be right back.
Cool.
There's an upgrade to Discord. Give me a sec.
Yeah, cool, no problem. All right. It seems like Dr. Alpha Einstein is not into the game tonight.
Doesn't look like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're trying to get this guy in. We even tried talking him into it. But
It's not always easy. I've been trying to talk somebody into it as well.
yeah, for sure.
And she's like, "Oh, I don't know anything about this," and
Right, yeah.
it's a little scary.
Did
and,
you tell them we're friendly?
Yeah, oh yeah. And I showed her the YouTube things of some of our past sessions. So yeah, I don't know if she's watched any of them yet, but it seems pretty friendly. It's not as intimidating as it looks at first when you're like new to it, and it's kind of like you don't know anything about how to deal with your stats and modifiers and all that other stuff. So
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be right back. He's mentioning RuneQuest, and I think I have the book that he's talking about, so I'll be right back.
okay,
The
me too.
the first time you show someone the character sheet and you go, like, "Here, this is your character," and they're going,
Like, what? It's a bunch of numbers.
It's so much stuff.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. I'll tell you what it'll look, and you just tell me what it says. It's easy.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
There's Patty at work. She really wants to go to one of our live games. So
Oh, yeah?
I went, okay, cool. Like, let's go into the I was at work, so I was like, let's go in the office and we'll do just a quick D&D thing for like 10 minutes, and I'll show you exactly what it is, right? And
That's
so
the
we
way
did.
to
She's
use-
kind of like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. There you go.
Yeah, of course it
That's all it
is.
takes,
Yeah.
man. Like, you walk into, like I just say, like, you walk into a room, and then you describe what it looks like. What would you like to do? Okay.
yeah.
Would you like to look around? Yes. Roll a perception check.
Or every now and then you get this weird inspiration, like, I want to climb the wall and
Yeah.
climb up to the top of this thing and pull it down.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. And that's that's what tabletop role playing is all about, is the that weird human interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything. He was mentioning RuneQuest, and I have an edition of RuneQuest. I think it's the first edition because it doesn't say anywhere on it. Second edition.
That's the D&D equivalent. Sorry. So Call of Cthulhu. It would be, I don't know, horror stuff. RuneQuest is D&D, but in the same system as Call of Cthulhu, right?
Oh,
D100.
really? Oh, I see. I haven't actually read this.
Oh, cool.
I've flipped through it. There's
It's like D100 system.
Yeah, it's so. Yes, yes, Doctor. They came out with RuneQuest first, and then they brought out Call of Cthulhu. But the mechanic, I don't know. It's called, I think, D100. That mechanic is used almost identically in Call of Cthulhu.
right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Because my buddy Ian, he played a couple games of Call of Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And he meant, oh well, like there's one like D&D, like it's because the mechanic in Call of Cthulhu is kind of cool.
Okay.
That's cool. I want
and-
to play it.
Yeah,
I
so
want to try that. Yeah.
so it was like, well, I'm not really that particularly keen on Call of Cthulhu's theme.
Right.
The horror.
Yeah, like I'm not a horror person. That doesn't.
I like horror.
the
I'm not
sub-
huge on the 1920s.
Yeah,
I like the 1920s.
I kind of cool.
Flappers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have
I
such
really like the
pretty dresses.
1920s.
I kind of like the 1920s. I like noir.
Duesenbergs? Come on. You guys are crazy.
But he said, well, there's one called RuneQuest, and it's almost identical, and it's in the mechanics.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Except it's like fantasy,
It's-
beast
yeah, it's-
slaying, this kind of thing. Okay, yeah, that makes
'cause,
sense.
yeah. As the doctor says, there's also Dark Ages and Atomic Age, which Atomic
Doc?
Age. Would,
Oh, Doc signed on. Hi, Doc.
There you are.
Oh, hello.
Is he talking?
no, he's muted.
Yeah, I think he's just listening. He's typing into
No,
chat.
I
Yeah, I
see.
think-
I see.
There we go.
Hello, how are you? I'm gonna watch to see if he types to me.
It's like tweeting Tom Cruise or something. I'll just see if he tweets
Oh my
back.
god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Mark, it's Mark Hamill. If you tweet Mark Hamill, it's your birthday. Occasionally, he will be very nice and say happy.
Oh, really? Did that happen to you?
No.
No.
But there was a big thing on it.
That's cool.
He essentially just like normally he has a phone on, right? So if somebody tweets him, it's his birthday, he'll tweet back going, "Hi."
Right.
Okay,
I-
happy
I-
birthday.
Yeah.
I am.
Sometimes he's clever.
Yeah. I am moving us back into the dungeon. This is the third floor of the dungeon. And I'm not sure.
Yes.
I'm not sure if the good doctor here wants to play or just kind of hang out and listen and see what this game's about. But I see.
Lurking shadow.
Yeah, exactly. I see that as Mr. Dell in the Roll20, so he probably can't see anything actually.
No.
So why don't I?
You can give him party token vision.
Yeah, I was thinking like maybe he.
Had a picture of his character, and we could make a token.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. If you it's up to him.
Well,
I still haven't decided. Mostly just listening in and trying to figure out
yeah.
Yep.
if I want to play.
Let's
Or
give him.
Not.
First ask him if he can you see on the. You can't see anything.
I'm
on
sure
the,
he can't see anything. I'm trying to get like who controls this person.
You see the dead guy on the ground.
Yeah.
You can sorry. Right now it's probably assigned to a monster.
Yeah.
You know, where there's the little cogwheel.
Represents character. I think is what
You can
you mean.
Assign it just to be just a token all by itself, and then assign that token light so you can see.
Right, I see. Controlled by. I'm gonna let him control it too, Mr. Dell.
Yeah.
Mr. Dell.
There you go. That's my smart one for the day.
That's settings. Can you see anything now? You have control over this token. So you can move it around, but you are under an do not disclose order. Okay, I see. He's reloading now.
He's reloading.
And I wonder if it actually has vision. Well, it's not going to be in dynamic lighting. We figured this out. It is? Even if it's not dynamic lighting?
Yeah, so you just make sure it has.
Yeah,
it's in dynamic
emits
lighting.
lights, has sight.
Yeah.
There we go.
Has sight.
Perfect. There we go. So he is the ghost of a dead white. Ghost of a white.
Only the shadow knows.
Yeah, that's
Only
right.
the shadow knows.
1920s stuff. Or is that 30s or 40s? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I believe it's the radio play was like 30s, 40s.
So the radio
But it was-
series had like hundreds of episodes,
Mhm.
and it started in the early 30s. Orson Welles was the first one, and they had like several different actors after that,
Oh,
like
nice.
right up till the 60s.
Yeah. It looks
Something
like
like 17 seasons. It's one of the longest running like radio drama type series.
yeah.
But
Yeah, well,
actually,
I
it
mean,
was
there's like
originally-
BBC mystery series, but that's not a continuous series. It's like
Yeah, it was actually
each one has
originally
like has like different authors. They're not connected in any way.
What's in it? What series is that?
The BBC
anything
mystery
about what
series
you're
that is
talking
just a whole bunch of stories that are just
Yeah.
read by an author.
Okay, well that sounds cool. That's,
Yeah, and that one is
that kind of
very long running. Looks
All I
like
know about the 20s is flappers and Duesenbergs.
right. so not much.
yeah.
And alcohol was illegal in the U.S.
It looks like Dr. Alpha Einstein or Mr. Dell or Dr. Mel would like to play tonight. So I'm taking a look at where Acastus of Oroganth. All right. Well, if you don't mind, I would love to hear your voice.
Yes, we want.
like
Sure,
that.
my voice.
Yeah, everybody needs to begin singing
My
right
voice
now.
sounds like this.
Liar.
All right, my voice sounds like this. I know.
My voice out like this.
All right,
I'm-
I can see you are unmuted, Doctor. Is there something we should call you other than Doctor?
Oh,
I heard him.
Yeah.
Or her.
Deep voice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I
Okay.
got a
Well,
camera by the
Doctor
way,
works.
for my desktop.
There will be as a new character coming in. There's a bit of an introduction, right? So you have spent. Are you still this Grecian character from Earth and everything?
He's not necessarily from Earth. I
Okay.
just named him Acastus because I was looking up just
Right.
random names. I was like, oh, maybe an Argonaut? And I was
Yeah.
just like looking up Greek names, and I saw Acastus and that he was an Argonaut. So I was like, okay,
Right.
yeah.
Right. That's cool. That's cool. And
Yeah.
your character is a little bit fluid because I gave you some bad information and you created your character based on that. So your character is not set in stone. It can be Acostus tonight and Flufeldorf tomorrow. I don't know. Whatever.
I mean,
But
it is
Waldorf.
it is in hell, right? There's
Yeah,
no timeline in hell. It's
exactly. Exactly.
not like arrive there anytime.
So you have been living your life, whatever that life has been in the past, and you've lived a bit of it. I'm not sure exactly when you died, but you did eventually die, and you have gone through this strange transitory phase where you could travel the universe and go and see the other side of the sun and that kind of thing, and you were bodiless and boundless and everything, and then eventually you coagulated back into your living form, but you're not on a planet that you've seen that you know of. Where you are right now is you are on the grassy plateau of a cliff, the top plateau there, and you are opening your eyes, blinking, and there's this tree over you with these big pink peaches on it, and looking around, and it's this beautiful place. But you don't recognize it at all. And the one hint that I need from your backstory is how you died. And I realize that you haven't come up with that yet, but that is something we need before we can proceed. And it's none of our characters have died a noble death. They were
Yes.
all
Very ignominious.
humiliating deaths.
Yeah.
If you guys can remember what your deaths were, maybe that would move.
Uma pooped herself to death because she got dysentery from bad water.
And I got poisoned by deciding that I was going to eat some dish that had been deliberately poisoned by an assassin and not meant for me. But I just didn't want to let good food go to waste, and I'm sort of sometimes I think with my belly, so that's what happened.
Yep.
Well, I didn't know at the time, but clearly some of the people that I was hanging out with weren't happy with my leadership skills. So they said there was no dragon in the room that I walked into. And the last thing I remember is being very, very hot.
Yeah, and that kind of speaks to the last level we were on, which was basically a furnace, and you played that so well. You were like kind of afraid of the whole environment.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flashbacks,
It was
man.
pretty hot.
Yeah.
They're evil. Flashbacks are evil.
Yeah. So, Doctor, I wonder what's Acastus. I wonder what your death looked like. What do you think?
After a battle with a neighboring city-state, Acastus was killed inhonorably by what was thought to be his friend. and he was
no.
killed in dishonorable fashion.
Right. Right. That's
Heavy.
You
Good.
too, Brutus.
This character is going to be a laugh.
furiously scribbling.
I'm actually just getting to my RPG folder just to.
Right. Right. Cool. And so you're looking around this, and while you're under this tree, and you notice that there is an enormous panda in this tree. It is like you look at the tree, and the panda basically takes up a quarter of the branches. It is big. It is quite big, and it's sitting there, bowing the tree, obviously weighty, and eating peaches out of the tree. And it looks down at you, and it's got all of this like sticky juice all over it, like matting its fur and stuff like that. And it talks to you. It says, "Oh, welcome to Pandaminium. You are here to pay back your karma from your life." And then it goes back to eating its peaches, as if it were a little bit, as if it were kind of uncaring, right?
If he still has his weapons, then Acostus will have his sword and shield drawn.
Right.
Unsure of what this strange beast is, as he has never in his life seen a panda before.
Right.
And he says, "Strange creature, what art thou?"
The panda takes another bite of its peach, and you have your weapons, yeah, for sure. And you've got your starting equipment. You've got some, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your character has some starting equipment. That's what he's got. He takes the peach out of his mouth, and he says, "Oh, well, I am the keeper of this realm. You will find other beings here, but I am the one you can ask all of your questions to if you find yourself lost or confused." And you're standing there, and you're looking around, and you're not sure where you are, and that kind of thing, but you're looking around, and what you see around you is what looks like a stepped terrain, right? So there would be like a short cliff, and then a plateau, and then a short cliff, and then a plateau. But what you are standing near, this cliff that you're standing near, drops off suddenly and more than vertically. And if you look down there, you can see clouds down there. Right, it is a very, very far far way to go, and you're not sure if you will ever stop if you step off there. And you can also see what appears to be a tower. Somebody's phoning me. Oh my god, it's a robocall. You can also see what appears to be a tower off a few miles away, and the tower it's not any kind of tower that you're used to. It's certainly cylindrical, and but it's quite large. You think it's probably larger. It has more radius than any tower you've ever seen in your life, and it also. As you're looking at it, you begin looking up and up and up, and it seems as if the tower you're not really even sure if you're seeing this correctly, because it seems like the tower just goes off into infinity, straight up. There are like clouds around the middle of what you can see, and it just vanishes into haze at the horizon of your sight. And so the panda will explain, of course, after he takes a few bites and with some time, that there are things to do here. You need to nullify your karma. That you need to collect for him, for not specifically for him, but for this realm. These shards, these crystal shards that appear in this tower over there, the one you can see going up into infinity, and that pit over there, which is called the material abyss. And after squinting at it, you can see, there's like a depression in the landscape. That's also a few miles away. And the tower is named the Daedalus ladder. So what you would need to do is go into first the tower, because you actually need to buy access into the material abyss with the shards from the tower. But you need shards from both of these places. There are two different kinds of shards. There's light shards and dark shards. And you need a certain amount of each of them in order to create an artifact that will allow you to ascend to the next level of existence. So that's what you're here to do. To wipe the slate clean and bring you to the next plane of existence. And he mentions there are other people here doing the exact same thing that you're doing. In fact, they all seem to be clumped up in the tower right now. And I wonder if the doctor Acostus has a response to that, or wants to ask some questions or anything like that.
Acostus is kind of trying to take notes, and he's completely confused by this just lore dump that he's gotten.
Yes.
That he just basically got. He's kind of mystified and trying to figure out why he's being punished by his gods for the actions of his friend, for the actions of his friend.
Right.
Why he understands that he died a noble death, granted, but he doesn't understand. But he thinks that it's not fair, that he has to. That he kind of feels that it's unfair that he's stripped of being able to ascend to the next plane because of how he died. So he does kind of seeing that the panda is not necessarily a threat. His blade lowers, but he also asks the question, and what if I don't? What if I...
Well,
and
well, if you don't, your karma is never nullified, and you will be here for a very, very long time. There is a couple who lives here and has never nullified their karma. But be assured, this karma is yours alone. This has nothing to do with your friend. Your friend will find their way here too. Because both good and bad deeds need to be nullified. Whether you are a good person or a terrible person, it makes no difference to me. You see?
Yeah, and he kind of, his nose actually kind of scrunches up as he kind of sees this. His nose physically scrunches up before before he actually sheathes his sword. As he says, I'll play your game, abominable beast. Just tell me where I need to be.
The panda is such a dick.
All right. We have. It seems like we have Acostus's consent to play this game, and I just want to move back to the party who is on the third floor of the Daedalus ladder right now, and because I asked the question, what are we going to do with a new party? And I was thinking that there would be at least 2 new people, and so the option would be would they go into the first level and adventure separately from this more high level group, or would you guys come down and sort of take this person somewhere? So I see that you have opened this door, Uma. It was probably Uma. I assume it was. She's usually the first through a door. And what you can see here is an ogre. But I might want to back up our timeline here just a little bit so that you have not opened the door, so that we can talk about how we're going to work this out.
Brain's going saying, close the door! Close the door!
Okay. I can't.
What's...
My thing's reloading and it's giving me trouble.
Oh, right, I see. Why don't I step you back into the room, and I'll move Spring back, because Spring was in the doorway as well, not quite as far as you.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to remember what was happening the last time we played.
Yeah, let me give you a refresher. We had just...
There was an acid coming in, I remember that much.
Yes, there was acid coming in.
There was certainly...
We're fine. We closed the door. The acid won't go anywhere.
Oh yeah,
after we close
that's
the
why
door.
Right.
Yeah, you got into this new level. There was a statue holding a bowl. You figured out that it was acid. There was acid in the bowl.
Yeah.
You read on the wall. It said it's something that like death comes on pale wings, something like that. I forget exactly, but
So somebody had the amazing idea of pushing the statue over.
Yeah, and you notice just before you pushed it over that this statue does have, in fact, wings on it. And I'm not sure if the connection was made between the writing and the statue before it was pushed over. But you were doing so in order to access an item inside one of those item globes that was clearly too expensive for you.
Okay.
So that's what you were trying to do initially.
And it totally succeeded.
And
except for that we didn't get it.
Yeah, because now you have vacated that room because the statue was holding an ever-filling bowl of acid, and the bowl was knocked over. So it filled up that entire room with acid. So you vacated fairly quickly.
Okay.
And you can see that there is acid kind of leaking out through around the door a little bit. But it's not gushing through. You don't seem to be in any immediate danger. Right.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. So we can just go back through there to go down, right?
Well,
nope.
Avery's not here, but she is holding an item that is a tile that clearly states the current level that you're on. It did say before, it said fire giants, with the Roman numerals 2. But then it also, now that you're not on fire giants anymore, it says the way up with the Roman numerals 3. Well, they're not Roman numerals. They're like whatever your culture has that's like an old numbering system.
Only Acostus would recognize them.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
And it is a like a clay tile as well. And I did give last time we played, I did give Avery a kind of a hint. She was trying to figure out how to use it, and afterwards, I didn't want her to not figure out how to use it, and it would be very pertinent right now. I suggested that she smash the tile on the ground.
Yeah, it was such a random thing that you said, and I was like, wow, I guess that's important. Like,
yeah, for sure. So I think Avery, when looking over this thing, would say something like, well, I haven't tried it because I feel like I might break it. But I think I'm supposed to smash this on the ground.
That sounds nothing like Avery's voice.
Yeah.
No, I
was
know.
going to say, she just looks at it and goes, oh, well, smash.
yeah, I know. The register might not be right, but it's, not a terrible approximation. But she ain't here, so we're probably going to wait to smash the tile, I assume.
I would like someone to smash it now. Oh, sorry, I'm moving you, Uma. I didn't mean to do that.
Uma smash.
Yeah. Brain would say, Avery, could I take a look at the tile?
Avery eyes you, and she's like, I guess so. Here?
Thank you. I promise I won't smash the tile.
Oh,
Here
good.
you go, Uma. Smash the tile.
You said no smash.
Avery gives Uma the tile before succumbing to internal vegetable, whatever it is, sickness.
Yeah, that's right. Soul sickness.
Brain will look at Uma and say, I said to Avery I wouldn't break the tile, so I'm giving it to you to break.
Oh, okay. I break tile.
And she's like stammering, like, no, wait. And then smash! It shatters on the ground. And what you see below you is that's too small. Hold on. Below you is a portal that opens up in the ground. It's got this like blue fire around it, and it sort of cracks the ground a little bit, and there's a little tiny fence. Sorry, not a fence. A little tiny sign on it, like you might see on a lawn that says "Don't poop on this lawn," except it says "Portal." That's what it says.
Cool.
Well,
I'm very clearly telegraphing what this thing is.
Spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you could, with your magic-y stuff, figure out where this portal goes.
You mean detection?
I don't know. It's magic. I don't do magic.
I stick my head in the portal.
All right.
Don't do that.
All right. So, moving back to Acostus and the panda. The panda's ears flicker a little bit, and it looks around and looks at Acostus, and it looks behind Acostus, And Acostas can hear this wom, wom, wom sound, and a bit of a breeze comes from behind him. The panda points and says, "Look, there's the other people now. It seems like they've finally decided to come back down from the tower." And then Uma, a half orc, sticks her head through the portal. Go ahead, Uma.
Oh, I pull my head back out and go. It goes to Panda and another man.
Aha.
Ah,
Well, you're lucky. That could have been really bad. Oh well. It's good.
what could be worse? Going to hell?
Right. Good point.
And Brain will then go. Boop. Brain will just run through.
Right, cool.
Oh, okay. I go too.
All right. I don't have
And
a
then
map. I don't have a map for the other one. It's like I guess I have the start splash page, but
I have one more thing to do though.
Right.
I run through and then turn around and I stick just my head through the portal.
Mhm.
Oh, what are you waiting for? Come on, let's go. And then back I go through.
All right. Does everybody go?
I go.
I would encourage Avery and Kay to come too.
Right. Right.
I pull Avery through.
Right. And and Kushi's gonna come as well. He's gonna tag along because he might
We're
show up at 9:30.
Yeah.
His player, rather, Eric, might show up at 9:30.
Uh,
So he'll just tag along and do nothing until then.
they're like automatons now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so you step through, and on the other side, you see this new person. So you can introduce yourselves. But as you step through, sorry, I gave you an instruction and then started talking. As you step through, you feel absolutely refreshed, as if you've had a full 8 hours of rest.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can level up too?
That does mean you can level up too, so you work on that.
Hey.
Does that mean I can level up?
Absolutely. If you've got the experience points to level up,
I knew there
want you
was
to do that.
I knew there was a good catch.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
It's a good
I've never. Let's see. I don't know how many experience points I need, but I don't think I'm there yet. So.
Let me see. Your character sheet. You are at level 2 right now.
Level 3, I think. Right.
Are you level
I'm
3?
2.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing level 2 here with 1,354 experience points, which I believe is over the threshold for level 3.
Yeah, on his character sheet,
It should be 2,700 for
Yeah.
3.
Oh, 2,700 for 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you're not quite there yet.
do I roll for points or do we just take the average? I can't remember.
You can decide that.
Right. Yep, just gonna take the average. Okay.
Yeah, it is mathematically to your benefit to take the average, although a gambler might say otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm no gambler. There we go.
All right, so these people start piling through. There are 5 of them. There is a tiefling who is a demon person. There is a half orc. There is a human monk. There is a tabaxi, a cat person, sorry, one more person, right? Am I missing somebody?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Yes.
forgot Brain.
Oh yeah, Brain and a goblin,
Hello.
of course.
I go right up to this new person with my hand out and say, "Hi, I'm Uma."
He would, uh, Acostus actually, as he sees people coming out and piling out, he actually draws his blade again and is in kind of a battle stance
Yeah, because
since he's never.
he's probably never seen creatures like this, I imagine.
And yeah, especially Uma, and Uma offering his hand, she ends up getting a blade too close to her nose, as he says, "Back off, stream, back away."
I don't. Hello. Oh, okay. I think this one's like the others.
Yeah, he seems a bit, no, his pants seem okay so far, so, hi, I'm bringing.
Yes.
And
Hello, wary warrior. I am Spring. I suggest that you sheathe your blade and come with us, for we work better together as a band of adventurers.
He kind of looks to what he can kind of suss out to be the kind of the leader. Is what he can guess. That being Spring, as he sort of turns to him, and he says, "How do I know that you're not going to eat? How do you know that you are not one of the Lotus people trying to eat me, feline? How do I know that you're not a god, one of the many tricksters and demons sent to trick me?"
Oh, you don't know any of those things. I suppose it remains to be seen, but perhaps if we all go through this place together and we so far we've been we all met as strangers, and we don't believe in stabbing one another in the back, and we can occasionally make merry together, and I think that is good enough for almost anyone.
Uma looks at the ground and says, "I'm not a trickster."
Then he'll say, who's Mary?
No, Avery.
Oh. Someone made Avery? Well, I mean, someone had to have made Avery, I suppose.
Yeah. So this hoplite is his. So basically, this hoplite is what is kind of he's not shaking in his boots, but he's not exactly trusting of this party, and he's still got a defensive stance up. His blade's slightly lowered, but he's still in a pretty defensive stance, as he pretty much states.
And don't worry about those other two quiet ones. They'll be able to recover in time. There just seems to be an occasional sickness that overcomes us in this land.
I see. Is what he says. What he kind of says, as staring at the two who are clearly not present. Before he turns to the cat person and says, "Does the beast behind me?" And he takes his sword and he actually kind of points it in the direction of the panda before he continues.
And the
Is this abominable monster telling the truth? Does he speak true?
I don't know. He gives good peaches. And I look at the panda and say, "Peach, please."
And yes, the panda will absolutely just take one from the branch in front of him and toss it over to Uma. And he has been chuckling very quietly. Sometimes just a kind of jiggle in his chest and belly. When you're like not swinging your sword around, but like pointing your sword at someone and threatening and that kind of thing.
And I sort of sidle up to Acostus and I say quietly, "Well, I have certainly not eaten any of his fruit. Uh, it's a point of principle, you see."
It's
I can agree.
good.
I can agree with that principle. Is what he responds with.
But you gotta, could you put that in half?
Okay.
And I'll eat some.
I
I'll eat
just
some
bite
tea.
it in half and give you the other half.
Sweet. Oh, thank you. And I sort of shake it a bit to get some of the drool off, and then hum. Peaches are pretty good.
Yeah.
I still don't like them.
And I'm over here lamenting the fact that there's no more no more bird meat left.
As you all are talking, you can see this. I forget if Avery is the pink or the blue demon.
She's pink.
She's
Wait,
yeah
we have a blue demon?
yeah. She plays another tiefling who is blue.
Yeah,
as well.
that's. And all of her characters' name end with Y. So there's Frankie, Charlie, and Avery.
Yeah, right.
And I believe Frankie is Charlie is the other.
Thought Charlie was IE.
No, it's with a Y.
An example. But
Best.
but yeah, so Avery, who has been pulled through by Uma, is starting to look instead of her usual sort of hot bubblegum pink. Well, I guess bubblegum pink is not hot. I think she's hot pink. Instead of her usual hot pink, she starts turning bubblegum pink. And her eyes begin to sag a little bit, and she sits down. And she has this telltale sign of soul sickness. And it's just,
Avery's sick.
Yep. That's the wrong color.
Yeah. Well, help me take her over to a tree. Uma.
Do trees help sick?
Well, maybe some shade. I'm assuming this is a very well lit area. I don't really know what hell's like in this particular place.
yeah, it is quite. The sun never goes down.
Yeah. So maybe we can move her into the shade.
Oh,
Good idea.
Okay.
There's also a nice breeze. The sun is in a different position all the time, though. It's hard for you to gauge just from the short time you've been here if there's like a pattern to it or anything. But certainly the shadows are different now that it's it's later. So you bring her over to the tree and sit her under the tree. And she begins choking a little bit, and then she starts barfing, and it would be disgusting, except that they are large peaches. They're not wet; they're like fuzzy large peaches that just come tumbling out of her mouth, and that sort of join the sort of half rotten leavings of the panda's feast.
Well,
Yeah.
much nicer than rotten turnips.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be okay. Maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah, probably in 2 weeks she'll be
2
fine.
weeks?
Oh, 2 weeks of solid barfing. Oh no.
That'd be very unpleasant.
Especially the size of these peaches.
Kind of,
Look at
kind of seeing how everyone's not really is not necessarily paying in mind, but rather not presenting a threat to him. He does. Acastus does end up sheathing his sword eventually and just kind of putting it in its scabbard. And
You come with us now?
seeming as I have no other choice.
You could sit under the tree with Panda.
I'd rather not.
Okay.
Yay! We have one more person to go through hell with.
Yes. You made the right choice. It would be very lonely otherwise. And possibly deadly.
Mm. Everything down here is trying to kill you, except us. We are not. Everything else you see is definitely trying to kill you. Doors, floor traps, ceiling traps,
Acid.
monsters.
Slithery, evil hand things.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're convincing him not to go, the panda, probably for the first time, you have seen him like be mobile. He kind of climbs down out of the tree. He's a little bit clumsy, as pandas are, and he lumbers over to the portal. And he says, I think your friend will need this if she's staying here. And he takes one finger and he kind of scoops the portal as if he were scooping like a little bit of chocolate sauce. And it comes off on his finger, and it's just like a little tiny bit of this whirling portal light. And he goes over to the sorry, what is her name? Avery, and he dabs her wrist with it, and it's stuck there. It sticks there, and it begins spinning in a disc. And he says, "She will be able to join you whenever she is feeling better."
Thank you.
Climbs back up into the tree, but it takes him far too long, and there's far too much effort. You think that than a god should be exerting as he climbs up into this tree. Is he a god? I don't really know, but it was never cleared up. But he certainly lords over hell, so possibly.
Yeah.
Well, that was nice of him, actually. I'm
Yes.
conflicted.
Okay. Well, should we go back now?
I suppose we should.
Yeah. I'm feeling good and healthy. How's everybody else?
Avery drops.
I'm okay.
Avery drops
Yeah.
another bunch of peaches.
I've just been watching the panda climb up the tree. It kind of like a little critical at first, but then I just give him a wave and say, "Okay, let's go."
And you can hear the branches cracking and stuff as he's trying to get his ponderous weight up into these branches.
I'll lean over to Uma and go, "Get a couple more peaches from the panda so we can have something to eat."
Okay. Beaches, please.
Oh God, not more peaches.
And he points to the peaches around your feet that have just rolled away from your friend. And he says, "You don't want some of these peaches?"
Okay. I pick up the peaches.
Meanwhile,
Yuma, you do know how I died, right?
huh?
You ate bad stuff.
Right. You were about to say something, Cactus? Acostus?
Acostus was actually moving towards the portal, at least the way out, as everyone was being directed.
Okay.
Before he stopped to watch the orc try to pick up more peaches, and he kind of rub his temple a little bit before he shook his head and actually just went through the portal.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
and I very surreptitiously making sure that nobody's looking. Because I don't want to be seen to condescend to do this, but I scoop up a bunch of peaches and put them in my pack.
I can imagine you're like hurriedly picking them up.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I don't want anybody to see me do this.
Can I be slightly evil? I think it's really cool that you did that. But would Brain have seen him do it?
Oh, probably.
Passive perception is 14.
Yeah.
So I think Brain is asking you to roll a stealth check because you're trying not to let anybody see.
Yeah. Okay. It's not that I. It's not that I want
or we can
to
say
hide
a
something.
sleight of hand check, probably.
Yeah.
It's not that I want to hide something from my friends. I just feel my dignity is demands that they not know that I'm doing this. Okay,
Right.
so I'm rolling stealth check.
That or a sleight of hand. Either one is fine, I think.
Okay.
Looks like you have a stealth of 4, a sleight of hand. Where is it? Sleight of hand of 2. So, whichever you think is more appropriate.
So, sleight of hand is more appropriate. So I'm going to do this now. Hang on. Okay, 15.
15 plus
Didn't
what?
see
2?
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15. 15 is plus 2. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
13 plus 2.
Right. Perfect.
Did not see it.
Okay.
Don't know you picked up peaches.
All right. So you head back, and what we need to do is work out the technicalities of the token that we're going to be using for Acostas. There he is. Oh yeah, you've got a little. Oh, you're already there. There you go. Cool. You're familiar with Roll20, aren't you?
Yep, I used to play. What's it? trying to think of the word. I used to play Roll20 with friends
Yeah.
on Roll20 to play D&D.
Right.
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah. Nice.
So I took a.
So you
sorry
have
to
sight.
interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
I took a feat for my 4th level instead of an ability increase.
Yeah.
It's in the chat. It's called Slasher. Oh shoot, that's not the one I wanted.
Whoop.
Take that back. Nope, that's not the one I wanted.
So
It's
I've given
Cancer
your token sight, Acostas. What you need is you need a couple more things. You need HP on your green bar. HP, where is it? It's right there. Players can see it. It is visible to everyone. Everyone can see it. Good. So there it is. We've got your nameplate. Do you mind if I remove the of Oregon bit of it?
Sure.
And that just from your nameplate, not from your character name.
No, that's fine.
The location would be bottom overlapping. Is that it? Yeah, that, and it looks just like all of the other tokens. And I just want to make sure if I remove the control of the dead lich, if you can still see. Can you still see, Acostas?
Yeah, I can. I can still see.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Awesome. All right, here we are, and I would like to just take a minute, grab a new drink. I think.
Yep.
I've got some cabbage rolls in the oven. I want to check on.
Oh, nice.
And they're not real. They're frozen, right? But
Okay.
but they smell good.
It's dinner. It's dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not peaches.
Yeah, and it's not peaches, so that's a bonus. But I will be right back. And
All right,
why don't we take why don't we take 5
Great
minutes?
as well.
5 minutes, if everybody's cool with that.
Yep. Okay.
Beaches
that's
for
fine.
free.
Cool, yeah.
Millions of
of
people.
I love that
beaches.
song.
Teachers for me.
All right, where is the? I'll stick it on
Beaches
there.
come in a can. They were put there by a man.
Factory downtown.
A million kitties!
Wow, that seems like a really bad idea.
It is a bad idea.
It's
but
like playing blackjack, except if you pull an ace, you'll die.
nobody ever said that Tladro was the smartest cookie.
No, she's the she's how do you say that? Existentially present.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. So, but James, I was talking about Gloom before, and I really want to play this game. Even if we're not playing it on a live night or whatever, maybe we can get like a tabletop simulator version of it, and check that out.
No worries.
Because it's simple, but part of the rules are that least self-worth points on your characters and then kill them. Your own characters, right? So the idea is your family is the most miserable one, and that's how you win.
Yeah, I think I've
Very
seen
odd game.
Yeah, I think I've seen it played.
Yeah, it's super fun. I've played it. It's great. Picked it up, and it's wonderful. It's exactly my aesthetic too, because it kind of looks like Richard Gorey. Richard? His name's not Richard, is it? Edward? Edward Gorey? Let me just look. Yeah, Edward Gorey. It kind of looks a little bit like his pictures. I'll bring you a picture. Copy image address and put it in here. See if that's big enough. Oh, that's so small. Why is that so small? It's so tiny.
It is very small.
Yeah. Oh, that's my timer. Dismiss. It looks like the good doctor is back, but I'm not sure if Spring is back. He's probably just been sitting here listening to us. Is that true?
Spring?
Spring, I summon thee. No, he is unsummonable. I'm trying to find a picture that is not on Amazon. Because Amazon has the tiniest pictures you can imagine. Is that no? That's bigger. When you actually click on it, it goes bigger.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think I've seen like YouTube of someone playing it.
Right. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
a review of it or whatever.
Yeah. Gloom card game. Wonder if there are pictures of the cards. Aha, there are.
Oh, I didn't realize I was still muted. Okay.
Oh, you were talking and we couldn't hear you.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay.
There you are.
Yeah.
So
Summon did work.
yeah, it did. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if you had summoned a demon, and you were talking to it, and you were trying to get some kind of response from it, and it had summoned and everything, and eventually it just opened its eyes and was like, "I'm sorry, I was talking this whole time. You couldn't hear me though. I realize now that you're not telepathic."
Right.
Yeah. I can totally imagine that. Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't figure out why you weren't talking back.
All right. So as you all step through this portal, and you can see, Acostus, that there is masonry all over, and it seems just like a dungeon that you I don't know how many dungeons were in were in the Greek mythology, but there was at least one. But it's kind of what people would expect, D&D players would expect from a dungeon. It's just masonry all over the place. There are doors aplenty. This room is a little bit small, but there are larger rooms. You wouldn't know this. Your character wouldn't know this. But there are going to be larger rooms. Random passages that don't lead anywhere, this kind of thing. But once you all step through, bam, the portal disappears. How unfortunate for you. And so you're standing in this room, which is probably, I guess, 25 by 25 feet. And it goes up quite far. It is, I would guess, about 40 feet of the wall until the vaulting begins on the ceiling, and then there's probably another 10 feet above that as the ceiling vaults in. There are three doors. There's a dead lich on the ground here.
Dead what?
A dead. It's not a lich. Sorry. Oh my god. There's a dead wight, which is a totally different thing than a lich. But there's a door to the west, a door to the north, and a door to the east. The door to the west seems to be leaking a clear fluid from around the frame. Let me pull up. I need to pull up my actual dungeon description because I forgot to do that.
So A, because I'm gonna call you A, because I call the dude over there K. Umazizi.
Acostus.
Acostus. Yeah, so I'm gonna call you A.
He is the brain.
Oh,
Yep.
Also, can I get your Acostus's name actually on the bottom of the screen there on the Roll20? If you go to My Settings, and the display name is what it's called. In this sort of format that I have everybody else doing with their character name and then what you'd like to be called in brackets, because I find myself referring to that way more than
Yeah.
than is necessary, honestly.
Well, you have several games to keep track.
Mhm.
Just to remind you, Raven,
Yes.
the channel is still playing commercials.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Oh.
that is not what I wanted. There we go. There we are.
We almost locked them in an advertising loop forever. They
Well,
would never have been able to escape.
Uma's gonna go back and open this door again.
All right.
On
So
the acid door.
yeah, just open that acid door just for 1 second.
No, this door.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a
Raid
new
will-
friend behind this door.
All right. She likes friends.
Costas is going to light a torch because he's human, and everyone else, I assume, probably has some sort of dark vision.
Kushi, let me see.
No,
Hold
Kay
on.
doesn't.
Yeah, no, it's dark in here.
Okay.
Kushi would have a torch already.
Okay.
He's also apparently a human with no dark vision.
Yeah.
And is carrying a torch. But if you would like also a torch, that means you could separate if you needed to.
Yeah.
And now he's
Yeah, so he has
carrying
he has a torch. He's wielding a torch
Right.
in his.
Probably have torches in your pack, right?
Yeah, he has a dungeoneering pack.
Yeah. Now Kay's carrying a torch for you.
All right. So the doors are the one to the north is a wooden door. It seems like a normal wooden door. The one to the west that is leaking fluid is made out of stone. The one to the east there that Uma is rattling to try and get open is a another sort of simple wooden door. It's got rivets in it and it's made up of planks.
Uma.
Uma has already opened this door, so it is not stuck anymore.
Okay.
But I will, if Uma is trying to throw this door open, I will certainly open it.
Yes,
For you
Uma
on the
opens
map.
the door.
Yes, okay. All
Well,
right.
that's lovely.
So you open the door, and
Uma will step in and say, "Hi, I'm Uma."
and this ogre on this side of the door. You took one step, so it will also take one step. Looks to the door because it opened and closed earlier, and it kind of noticed that. So it looks to the door and it starts punching its fists together in an aggressive manner. And you can hear the bones inside of its knuckles, just like, well, I guess it wouldn't be the bones; it would be the cartilage, sort of cracking as it's hammering its fists together.
I put out my hand.
And so immediately we have combat.
So this thing wants to kill us, guys. I think I can tell. Yeah. Did you know there was an ogre behind there, Uma?
It's new friend.
I don't think he's friendly.
So Spring, will you roll your initiative, please? And I guess,
Doctor.
and I'll put it in for you.
Okay.
Dr. Alpha.
Yeah.
On your character sheet under abilities and stuff, I can't remember what it's called now. What's it called? Attributes and abilities. I put in a macro that says PC initiative, and you can change your what do they call that? Superhero.
Yeah, your battle
Catchphrase.
cry. Yeah, catchphrase.
Yeah. Catchphrase. Mine's ah.
Huh? Under my initiative.
No,
Yeah, see how we rolled our initiative. It's just if you want to, like for
Yeah.
flavor, we make it so that there's a macro, so when you roll initiative, you can make it say like a little catchphrase.
Yeah, so under attribute, like it on your character sheet, it says bio and info, character sheets, attributes and attributes and abilities. Under abilities, there's a little macro. You hover over it. There's a little pencil, and you can change. It says catchphrase here, and you can change that.
So I rolled a 17 initiative.
Sweet.
A 17, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll get that in.
Thanks.
Excelsior!
Yeah, I'm not on the Roll20. I actually did set up a Roll20 account now, but I'm just not quite sure what to do with it. So
Right, yeah. So we should
Yeah.
get you a rundown of Roll20 and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I have to see what I can do with the keyboard and stuff, but
yeah. See what kind of like keyboard shortcuts there are and everything.
yeah.
I worry that a lot of the functionality requires like your token being in focus and that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it might be difficult, but we'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
and
we'll see. I mean, I
have also forgotten my dice. I need my dice out on the table.
yeah, that's necessary.
Yeah, so my real life dice. I have a new rolling tray too. I'll be right back.
Ooh, all right.
In a factory downtown. If I had my way, I'd eat peaches every day. Moving sweet peaches through the country. Gonna be a lot of peaches. All right. Dice. Big old bag of dice.
Sweet.
Woo!
Okay. Where's that number that I'm looking for? Damn it. Okay, yeah, I see it. I'm just gonna move this die in a specific way so that it's an indicator for me. And all right. So let me sort this. Oh, wrong way. Hold on. This way. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let you know the initiative order. Spring goes first, of course, with a 17. Uma would go second with a 13. Acostas with a 12. The Ogre with 9. I guess he's not surprised, but he is quite busy hammering his fists together in rage.
Very important.
And then Brain, yeah, it's very important. And then Brain goes last on 6.
Let us refer to it as going first on the second round.
Yes, first on the second round will be Brain. All right, so Spring, you are standing quite close to the door. Just because I didn't move your token. But so if you wanted to be in a different position, that would be fine as well. But it seems like close to the door is probably a good place for your paladin.
So I'm in pretty much in melee range with the monster, right?
You could get there, yes.
Okay.
It's
So
I
yeah, I have a
it's
question.
about
Actually.
25 feet away from you.
What's
but the monster is about
Oh, okay.
25 feet away from you. Yep.
Yeah. So I can. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Because like Uma's right over there by the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like by his door.
Yeah, she opened the door
monster.
and stepped through.
Okay.
So she is on the other side of this door.
All right. So I'm gonna run up with my magical short sword drawn,
Yep.
and but I do have a question about that because I can't remember how this works. So I wrote it down. Hang on a second.
What have you written down?
Sorry. Okay, so what I wrote down was +5 to hit with the sword.
Yeah.
Does that include? So
That
what
that
am I,
would definitely include your strength score.
my modifier, you mean?
Yeah, your modifier.
So because that's normally +3 or +4,
Mm-hmm.
and then so now it's +5 and +3 to damage.
Yes, and I just want to remind myself of
What's his strength modifier? 2?
the strength modifier is 2. Yes.
Okay.
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 Short sword. Looks like short sword +1 to me.
It's a magical short sword, though.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Well, the +1 is I think the magical thing, but I might have added something to it that would actually up some of the stats, but I don't remember this short sword. So if you have,
I think I picked it up I picked it up from one of our like fights with the magical thing, like,
Yeah.
and it's then I wrote down +5 to hit and 3 to damage. But I don't.
Plus,
I should have written down why that's there, because I
right.
don't know.
Um, I think because you have a +2 to strength and it is a short sword +1, that it is a +3 to hit generally. But I think also that it is a short sword that I picked out of my Encyclopedia Magica, so it would
Okay.
have like special stuff on it.
Right.
Which
It's
is
definitely
probably something like +2 to hit, infernal creatures or a giant or
right.
something like that.
Because I have a rapier +1 rapier, but it's a +3 on undead.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. That's what I was
so
thinking of.
I think his is just a regular old +1 short sword.
Yeah. So we'll say it is +3 to hit, including your modifier, and it'll be an extra +1 on your damage.
Yeah, so he gets a +5 to hit with a short sword.
Yeah.
with the modifier. Okay. So that's
Oh,
probably
no.
why I wrote
Sorry,
that down.
sorry. Yeah, no, it's not a +5. It is a +2 strength, and it is a +1 on the magical short sword. So it is a total of +3.
But then he gets his proficiency bonus because.
Oh, of
he
course, yes,
proficient.
of course. That's what I was missing right there.
Okay.
It
That's
is.
the
It is
+5.
definitely.
So I'm not
a
making these
+5.
connections. I'm just trying to write down what I need to do like
Yeah.
immediately, and because I don't
Yeah.
always remember, that's like so the numbers sometimes don't seem to make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Roll a
Yeah.
d-
So
Okay.
so what you're saying is true. It is +5 to hit, +3 to damage.
In general, yeah. I
Yeah.
just need to. I need to be more clear about the connections between the things so that
Yeah.
everything makes sense. But
A
okay,
magical
so-
sword of this type is essentially so that if there's a monster that we meet that is resistant to everything except for things that are magical, this
Yeah.
overrides that. So you can hit things that are slightly harder when you're
Yeah.
low level.
All
I
right.
see.
So definitely roll your short sword.
Okay, so
And
I'm gonna
you
do
run
that
up
now.
there. I'll move
Just a
your
second.
token too.
Okay.
I've moved you sort of
I
to the
pulled
side of the ogre because you had like when you got there you had like an extra 5 feet of movement. So I just kind of like used that 5 feet to dash around to the side of it.
Okay. Yeah. Good thing. Thanks. So, my total hit roll is 15.
Right. And that's me looking at his character sheet. Yeah, that will hit.
Okay.
This thing by the way, you run up to this thing, and you're running up to somebody with a great club and a little not little, they're big, a pack of javelins on its back.
Oh, he's
And it
one of
is
those guys.
a very big creature. It's an ogre, right? So it's like it's large and blubbery, but very very strong as well.
Okay, so my result, my damage roll is 14.
Uh,
Oh wait. Shit. Sorry. What am I rolling for? Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. I'm rolling a D6, right?
yeah, short sword
Yeah.
is a D6, I believe, +3.
Right. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's not a D20.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This sounds more reasonable. 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. I just want to double check that calculation with my calculator. I was correct. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. All right, you run up to this thing and you slash it.
Yeah.
And as you're running through, you can hear. This is a long room. It's how wide is it? You're about halfway through the room. It's 25 feet wide. But the room that you can see it goes off into the darkness. You can see that it is a bowling alley of a room. I assume you have about 60 foot dark vision, which
I think
is
so.
which is standard. And
Yep.
so the room actually goes off into the dark and fades into the dark. But you can clearly hear shuffling from off in the darkness.
Oh, in this room.
In this room, yes.
Oh, crap.
As so this like beyond the horizon of sight, you can hear some movement.
Is this another couple?
Well, maybe it's just maybe. Spring, is at the end of your turn.
Well, I turn to I kind of yell at the others, and I say, "Hey, there's yet something else in here with us." And yeah, I guess that's my turn. Maybe but I don't know. Can I retreat just a little bit, maybe after?
That was all of your movements.
Okay.
You are a tabaxi, so
Yeah.
that does mean that pretty often you can just double your movement for no reason because you're a cat. You know, but it does.
At the ba-
There is the problem of the ogre getting a reaction against you if you move away from it.
Right. Okay. I always forget that.
Yeah.
So yeah. So then no, I'm gonna just stand my ground, I guess, and see what everybody else decides to do,
Right.
including the ogre.
And Brain, what were you about to say?
I'm sorry. Yeah, as a tabaxi, if you it first turn in combat, you can move up to double your distance.
Okay. Yeah.
And then all the rest of your turns, you just can move your normal one, unless you
Oh, yeah,
don't
yeah.
move for one turn, and then it does that again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna do that now
Yeah.
because I want to. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. And it is now Uma's turn. You're standing there with your hand out. This ogre seems to have responded in some way. Well, not in some way, obviously. It's cracking its hands together. Spring has run in, slashed it. You have run in. And
Hi, I'm Uma.
are you shaking its hand?
I'm trying to.
Okay. I would like a persuasion check, possibly,
Yeah.
Okay.
since you're persisting and you're not lying, so it's probably a persuasion check. Bottom up. Go. A persuasion check of 19. Okay, so this ogre is going to roll against that, not with advantage, and rolls a 12. So it's not suddenly your friend, okay? But you win this contest. So you take its hand, and it's this huge, like, meaty hand. You don't have like tiny hands or anything. But this thing is like a massive creature, and it's got these big stumps for fingers and everything. So you've taken its hand in both of yours, and you're like, I don't know what you're doing with it. What are you doing with this with the hand? I guess you're shaking it, right?
Shaking.
Yeah. So you're moving this enormous hand up and down with your strength, and it stops for a second, and
Huh?
and I guess it's going to get disadvantage on whatever it's going to do next. So you've yeah, exactly. It's gone. And because it's expecting combat, this thing knows combat. It's lived its life. It's probably very short life for combat, and it's been distracted. So I think that would have been your action,
Yes.
probably, to stop and shake its hand. So do you have any bonus actions or anything else you want to do?
Bonus action: winning smile.
Winning smile, right? You know
Yeah.
the smiles are free.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right. So it is now Acostus's turn. And I see you've been measuring out your distance and everything. I bet you have a plan.
Yeah. I just been planning stuff out and making sure my browser has a dark mode so I can actually see without making my eyes bleed.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So what I'm going to do is Acostus is going to start approaching the ogre.
Yeah.
He's going to go here and he's going to attack the ogre.
Perfect. And I assume you're using your short sword?
Yep. He doesn't have his shield though because he's using his other hand to hold a torch. So
Right, yeah, that's true. And I know in a lot of tactical plays from players and stuff, people will often just throw their torch in a convenient place, and then they can sort of get their shield up. But a 10, that is to hit. Ooh.
yeah, it does not hit. It does not hit an
That
ogre.
does not hit. So, yeah, that is unfortunate. But every time I open the character sheet, it says "worst dancers ever" at me, and because that's the flavor text for them. Whatever, it makes me chuckle. So yeah, you are attacking it, and it doesn't seem to be affecting this ogre. You are possibly even hitting it. It's just not. It's just looking at Uma in a confused way, and your short sword is just leaving tiny little cuts in it that don't even do 1 HP of damage, which is unfortunate. And I believe at first level you've got basically 0 other things to do. Is that true?
He's not going to pull out his shield. His shield's on his back.
Yeah.
For one, and two, he's not going to drop his torch because he's holding it. He needs to see.
Mhm.
So he's going to prepare for the onslaught that's about to happen to him.
Right. Okay. It is now the ogre's turn, and ogres not being super intelligent. They are intelligent. They're just not super intelligent. They and this one is looking at Uma, and then with this confused look, and then it stops itself, and its brow creases, and its face frowns, and it's like, and it pulls its hand away. And I need D20s for this. Oh, God. 2 of them, because he is attacking with disadvantage, and I guess it's not. It doesn't need to roll because it's not that dumb. It's going to attack Uma for hurting its pride, even though Spring hit it with a sword. And it's going to take its great club, I believe it is. Great club, yes.
Of course, it's a club.
Yeah, of course it's a club. And that will be
Yeah.
a 9, which I believe does not hit a half-orc barbarian.
I say no. Bad.
And and as it's raising its great club with its suddenly furrowed brow, it starts to bring it down, and you say no, and it stops. And then it shakes its head, and it begins to swing again, but that's the end of its turn. And it is now Brain's turn.
Okay. I don't think it's friendly. Brain will do his thing, which is step back behind there.
Yep.
Roll the old stealth to see if he can hide.
And you should roll that with advantage because this thing already had Uma distracting it, and has three fighters in its face, like totally accosting it.
17.
17 will. I bet that will do it. Hold on.
Hey.
I'll just roll this in the open because
Yep.
this is not with advantage or anything. So just the 12.
12.
The other number was -1 that rolled. Because of course it has a -2 modifier to its wisdom.
Oh.
Very wise.
Yeah. So you have certainly stealthed appropriately, and
So I'm going to then.
as a bonus action in combat. Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, bonus action. Hide, and I'm gonna step out, just so that I can see him. I'm gonna shoot my. What you
Don't
call it
shoot
again?
your oops.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my.
Now that's the most important one.
Light crossbow
Yep.
with advantage because I was hidden. 21 to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, that
And
hits.
that, just can you see here? No, I will not re-roll that. Yeah, 14 points of damage.
14 points. All right. And I will just adjust these hit points.
Yeah, so I got a 6 on my attacking damage die. So I will not re-roll that, because if I re-roll it and it's lower than that, then I have to take that. So I will be happy with the 6, and then I will step back behind the wall.
Nice.
And that is my turn.
Oh, cool. So Kushi has no idea what's going on. He has no idea. He's looking at the wall. I don't know what he's doing. You don't know what he's doing. Brain's like, Kushi, are you okay? Because he's in this room with him, and he's just kind of picking grout out of the wall. I'm not sure what he's doing, but as you all these fighters in this room, hitting the ogre and everything, or at least trying to, you see a chest here. Everyone can see that there's a little chest here. It's just about 15 feet away from the ogre, and it's honestly too small for an ogre. Like, it wouldn't be able to open it with its big stubby fingers. But out from the darkness, you hear this shuffling sound, the sound of something approaching. And let me just get this speed as normal speed, so that means 30 feet. And it's going to step out of the darkness, and what you see is this long, very, very tall, gangly creature. It's got fangs, it's green-skinned, and I feel like a lot of you would know a troll when you see it. So I'll just tell you that it's a troll.
Oh.
And it rolled a 5 for initiative. Oh wait, that's Brain. Rolled a 5 for initiative.
Rolled a 17 for initiative.
Yes, I was just putting it on the tracker by rolling, but I rolled my physical dice earlier to get its actual initiative. And let me just get its green bar in place. Nobody can see that green bar, I hope, but me. And as it's walking through, you kind of take notice of the room. There's the door that you came in through, and there is a door just 10 feet north of that, which is, let me get the room description. And this is only for anyone actually standing in the room. Everyone else will notice this soon. But the door just 10 feet north of the one that you've gone through is a wooden door with iron banding across it. And then there is a portal in the wall. It is not a door. It is an archway. It has some engraving on it. It's like, it looks kind of like Celtic engraving. It's got this like nice braiding in it, but it's still made of stone masonry. This whole place is made of stone masonry, and it has the same height as the other room. It goes about 40. What did I say before? 40 feet up, and then another 10 feet of vaulted ceiling, something like that. So you are watching as a troll comes across the room at you, and then as soon as it can see you, it will begin dashing towards you, and enter combat right up here, clogging this whole space here. And so it is in combat with you. It is right beside the ogre. There are some people on one side of it, some people on the other, and not quite enough to get flanking. So it is just a clusterfuck right here in this end of the room. And since it dashed, it doesn't actually have enough action to make its attack. But it does have no. It doesn't have anything else. It just dashed towards you, and it is bellowing. It has just started bellowing as it noticed that this ogre was under attack, and it enters the fray. That is its turn. Wow. And this is the new round, and it is Spring's turn. You are standing right beside the ogre. There's no real way for you to reach the troll. It is about 10 feet away from you, and also just past Acostus, who is in melee range with both of them. Honestly, that's not a wonderful place for a level 1 player, but we'll see how it works out.
Okay, well, one second.
I would also like to remind everyone that this is the 3rd level of the dungeon, rather than the 1st.
Yeah. So I know the newcomer and his bellowing, and I'm not intimidated per se, but my ears kind of go back and I spit. But I'm still going for this ogre because it seems to have been a little damaged already, and I'm hoping that we can finish him off soon.
Yeah.
Maybe. So I'm gonna again attack with my sword. And,
yes. Roll with advantage, because I did say that there was no flanking before, but actually, you and Uma are flanking this ogre.
Okay. So that means I roll two
dice.
D20s and pick the best.
Take the higher one. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay, well that's actually not awesome, but all right, so 12.
12 hits. A 12 will hit an ogre.
An
ogre is basically naked. It has hide armor, but it's really just its own hide and some cuffs. You know.
So in that case, all right, 9 9 damage.
9 damage. Yeah, that will
Yeah.
hit it. You have wounded this thing. Oops, that was not what I wanted. I've messed up my calculations.
Ah.
There we go. All right. So you have slashed into this thing. It is bleeding profusely from your 2 hits. And Acostus's little paper cuts have been shedding blood, but not quite enough. And Uma's I don't know if Uma's surprised to see a troll or not. But maybe she's not even here right now.
No, she's here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. And so yeah, you've in 4th edition terms, this thing has been bloodied, and I feel like that's a great way to telegraph how hurt something is. So I also use that terminology.
Cool.
Which means that it has half its hit points or less. And I guess we're unless you want to move, we can move on to Uma. Or if you want to, like, I don't know if you want to lay on hands or anything.
Yeah, well, probably not.
Probably
Uma
not.
lost. How many hit points did you lose, Uma?
None.
0.
You didn't. Okay, so we're all still good. So then, yeah, no, I guess that's my turn then.
I'm just making sure everyone has top hit points as they have gone through the portal and they have healed from it. Also, anything that you had lost, any resources you have used, will be replenished as well. So, Uma, it is now your turn. You are suddenly surrounded by enemies, which you were not before. And this ogre looks like it is not going to take your shit anymore.
Uma will look at the troll and say, "Careful, this one is mean." And I will attack, will rage,
Yeah.
and then attack the ogre.
Perfect. You are flanking as well, so that is a 23 with the great axe hits.
Oh yeah.
Which will be a total of what, 13 damage?
13.
Oh.
Not nice.
So this thing has been cut into several times now, and if you have anything else you'd like to do, you can do that. Do that now.
No, I will just growl at it.
Okay. Perfect. And it is now Acostus's turn.
So, what Acostus is going to do is Acostus is going to see that there is something charging at him, and he's going to immediately direct his blade towards the troll.
Right. This big gangly green thing that is bellowing right in your face. It's probably not the scariest thing that you've ever encountered.
18.
18 will. Wait, hold on. This is the different monster. 18 will still hit. Yes, for sure.
Cool.
Okay. Rolling damage. 6.
6. All right, let's get this done.
Nice.
Adjusting those hit points, and so you've hit this thing with your short sword, and you've definitely sunk your sword into it. I assume it's piercing damage, so you've managed to stab this thing in either the probably the guts is the easiest target. And it's begun bleeding out of its wound. And that unless you want to move, that will be your turn. But you are familiar with the opportunity attacks during movement, right? Doctor, if you are familiar with opportunity attacks, just say so.
I'm familiar with opportunity attacks.
So you know if you move
When
away, you will get hit by both of those things.
Yep, I'm not moving.
Yeah, perfect. So it is now the ogre's turn. And it is being hit left and right by these two flanking it.
And I'm growling at it.
And you are growling at it. It is going to... I'm going to make a morale check because it is being hit and it has recently gotten some backup, and it makes its morale check. So it is going to stand and fight. But who is it going to hit? Either Uma or Spring? It turns to Uma, who is growling at it, and it screams back in Uma's face, and takes its great club and swings down upon your head, and with a 22, I feel like that hits. A little bird told me that hits. So 12 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
6.
Right, because you're raging. That's right. So you try and stop this great club in the middle of its swing, and it's you grab it, but it still like comes down and hits you. But you manage to negate some of that kinetic force as it comes down onto you.
So do you have to say that you're raging?
Yeah, I did.
Or
last
does it
turn.
just...
Yeah, it's
You
like
did say-
it's like a mechanical thing that she can do that gives her benefits and stuff.
Right. Well, I understand that. I just don't remember her saying that she was raging, so I wasn't sure if you have to like indicate that,
Yeah,
or if it's always a thing.
No, she has to indicate it, and she has to maintain either taking damage or I think attacking something in order to maintain the rage.
Yeah.
All right, and that is the ogre's turn. It is now Brain's turn.
Dungeon Master.
Yes.
On our portal ride,
Yeah.
would that have also attuned me to my magical item?
Yes. Yes, it would have.
Okay.
You got all the benefits of a long rest.
Okay. My rapier gives me a +3 to things that regenerate. So I know that trolls regenerate, but Brain probably may not know. Is it possible before I start my turn to do some sort of roll that maybe make him know that?
Yes. It is a monster, and you are a monster species as well. Technically. So I feel like it would probably be nature, but you're going to roll with advantage because of your monster species background.
Well, that's good news because I have a minus.
Yeah.
Because I have -1 to nature.
Oh,
just
good.
FYI.
Okay.
So advantage it is.
I
An
will-
11.
I will roll my DC as well.
Opposed?
Yeah. And it is not quite an opposed roll because I'm rolling to generate a DC. And you don't make it. You don't make it, unfortunately.
Okay. That's fine.
So
That's
you
cool.
don't know what this thing is.
All right. So I will.
Or
continue
sorry, you
doing
don't know that it regenerates.
Yeah. So I'll continue doing my thing that I do. Except I might do something a little different. So yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use my do my normal thing. I'm just going to step back out from the wall and take a shot at the ogre
Yeah. Without hiding?
without hiding.
Without hiding first.
So it's
Okay.
just a straight shot.
Yeah.
Because he's He's big. I'm pretty sure I can hit him just with a regular old crossbow shot. 13.
13 hits.
So 15.
Ooh.
Do I want to re-roll that? Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll the as part of my thing that I can do for my feat, which is Piercer.
Right.
I can when you hit with an attack roll that deals damage, piercing damage, you can re-roll one of the attack's damage dice.
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna try to re-roll this 8 and hopefully get better than a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
50-50.
6.
Yeah,
Excellent.
there you go. So whatever that damage was plus 2.
Yeah. So it's 10 plus 7, so it's 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. I was going to narrate its death, but I really love when you do it.
Okay. I will also incorporate my.
Will it be the left or right eye?
Exactly. I'll also incorporate my bonus action as a part of this.
Yep.
To give aid to Uma.
Yep.
Because if a creature was in, like, I can give aid to someone during an attack if they're 30 feet away or within 30 feet of me.
Right.
So I'm going to distract him by making a bunch of noise.
Yep.
Or say something. So what I do is I come out from behind the thing. As my bonus action, I'm going to say, "Hey, troll, stupid one." Oops, sorry. Hey, you. Nope, wrong one again.
Wrong one.
Hey there. There we go.
There it is.
Hey, you over here. And as I do that, I just kind of not even looking. I just shoot my crossbow at the ogre, and it goes right through the left eye. And it sort of sticks in, so half of it's out the back of the head, and half it's from the front.
Yep.
And then I go
right into his brain.
Then I do a Homer Simpson into the bush, and I just step back behind the wall.
Perfect. Did you want to stealth as your bonus action, or did
no?
you
I bonus action helped Uma.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
To be able to attack the troll.
Right. Okay. So
I'm essentially distracting it so that she now has advantage on the troll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with all that noise, the ogre looked up, and just over Custis's head, and Augustus, you hear the telltale whiff of someone firing into melee, and it's and it just above your head, and with all of your combat sense from a life of battle, I'm not sure what you think of that, but in this game it doesn't in this particular game it's not like if the critically miss or something, it will hit you, right? But just as a just so your character knows what's going on. And the ogre takes it in the left eye and falls to his knees and then falls on its face. The arrow piercing right into its brain as it falls. There is now a 2x2 rough terrain patch there, but you can still stand on this ogre and fight. So the troll, having seen this, has nothing like rage, but it bellows. It bellows.
Yes. He's very loud.
Yeah.
He has the voice of Brian Blessed.
It bellows. So this troll has regeneration. Acostus, you have hit this thing, but the wound on its belly is healing. So the troll regains 10 points at the start of its turn. I guess you shouldn't. I shouldn't have posted that because there's more stuff in there. Like if there's takes acid or fire damage, this trait doesn't function. But
I think all of us that know trolls. will
yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
that's right. And I feel like the doctor knows, Acostus doesn't, and that's why Acostus attacked the troll. And so it's going to get its hit points back. But now Acostus knows, so that's great. All about now it knows. He knows everything about trolls now, basically. So, I feel like it's going to attack Acostus with at least one of its attacks. Because it has multi-attack. It has 3 attacks. 1 with its bite, and 2 with its claws. Maybe it sees Acostus as something of a shrimp or a krill or something crunchy and tasty. So it's going to reach out and try and bite Acostus. Roll with a 22. A 22, I believe that hits. Doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes, for sure. 9 piercing damage, and that is a mighty hit for the very new Acostus, and it's going to take a claw and attack Uma as well. Boing. With a 27, that is a critical hit.
Not nice.
14 damage. In half would be, I guess, 7. And just remember to take that off. Yeah, perfect. Because I think you forgot last time, and I had to take off the 6 damage.
No, I
that you
took
took.
it off.
Did you? Okay, all right. And then its last claw will be swung wildly at either Acostus or Uma.
Not nice.
And
Stop.
it will be at Acostus.
Uh-oh.
So let's see. An 11. Does an 11 hit?
Doubt it.
Let me check. Acostus.
Doctor?
Are you there?
11?
An 11.
No.
An 11 does
No.
not hit. Oh, well, your armor class is quite good. All right. So, if this like hit you, it would probably knock you down. So, it swings at you, and you step back because you've already been hit by this thing. So you're in the middle of stepping back, and it comes down with its razor sharp claws and just misses you by inches in front of your chest there. What else can I do? What can make this? I feel like he would stand and fight. I feel like this ogre would stand and fight. So it's just going to stay there, even though that's a little bit less interesting than moving around and that kind of thing. So it is now Spring's turn. There is an ogre in front of you. It has fallen down and died. There is Acostus to your left, and Uma's straight ahead of you, and between them both is the troll that has just bitten into Acostus, and blood is like pooling on the floor now underneath him.
So, if I were to do a long range attack on the troll, could I? Would I be able to? I'd probably be able to do the lay on hands for Acostus, right?
Yes, you certainly could. But I wonder if the lay on hands is an action. I believe
Lay on
it
hands
is.
is an action.
Yeah, I believe it is. So you would need to choose one or the other.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that Costas is very like really in terrible shape after that. So I'm gonna do the lay on of
Absolutely.
hands,
Yeah.
and so I'm going to walk over, and I'm going to. I'm assuming that Costas is kind of like not on the ground, maybe, but like, yeah, must be
No.
hurting a lot. So,
Yeah, he's not on the ground, but he's staggered back, and the second attack against him has missed.
all right. So, I touch the area where the great gaping wound is, and invoke the power of the light,
Right.
which means, okay, how do I do this? So I have to roll. Crap. What am I doing? I'm doing a.
Are you laying
It's
on
not a.
hands?
Yeah, laying on
Yeah.
hands does not require a roll.
Yeah. So you just give him points.
Okay.
You have, I believe, your third level, so you have 15.
Yeah. Okay.
You can,
All right.
you can
That's
give
cool.
him anywhere
Yeah.
up
I
to
have.
15 hit points.
Okay. Right. Okay. So no, it's for the magic that I have to roll, right? Because I do have a
Yeah.
spell as well. But I don't have to. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm just gonna move you, Costas. I just need to do this.
so I will be able to restore at this time 6 of Costas's hit points.
Perfect.
6,
There you
okay.
go. Nice. Wonderful. Awesome.
Okay.
So you have done that. You can move around freely now. You're not within range of any enemies. So if you wanted to try and position yourself so that you could like get on the other side and flank when it's your next turn, you could totally do that.
I would be flanking one or both of those two. I mean,
Well,
who
one
would I
of
be
them is
flanking?
dead. The ogre is dead. It has fallen down on the
Okay,
ground,
right. Yeah.
and so it would be the troll. So you could move your 30 feet and sort of give the troll a wide berth, and then the next turn you could like move in and attack.
Yeah. Or I can also do. I also have my longbow,
Yes, that's
so
true.
I can use that. Okay. So yeah, I will. I'm planning to do a long range attack on the troll next, I
Okay.
guess. So
Okay.
I'll kind of, yeah, out of its range,
Right. So you'll stay at
out of the range of the claws
Right.
and
Okay.
teeth.
Cool. Cool.
'Cause that's kind of certainly an advantage that Brain and I have over this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
All right. So are you
Too
staying
far
there, or
away.
are you moving farther away from it?
uh, I guess I'm moving a little further away and drawing my bow.
Cool. So you've gone into the corner,
Yeah.
and that is the farthest away that you can get this turn.
Okay.
Perfect. And that's it. It is now Uma's turn, and remember that you have been aided by Brain.
Mm-hmm. Uma will swing.
Ooh, 21.
21.
That hits. And
And
that would be, 6 slashing and 2 rage?
yes. And Uma yells at, "Stop now!" And she will also move to kind of get on the other side of it, and will try to get its attention by that yell and moving around.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's her turn.
Cool. All right. Wonderful. Oops, I undid the point adjustment that I just did. Okay, wonderful. All right, so you've moved, you've hit, and it is now Acostus's turn.
Costas is going to attack, and he's going to do it with advantage because he's flanking.
That's right.
Oops. I got
All
a
right.
nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yay.
right, let's get this damage rolled up. You've got piercing damage.
Okay. So let's do this. 3, and then I'll just roll the second one. I'll just roll the other one. 6 here.
Right. You've got
There you
you've got a what is it?
14.
It's a short sword, right?
Yep. 14.
Right. Yeah, 14. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then it would be. I'm just adjusting these hit points one more time. So if I seem like I've fallen quiet, there's no need for alarm. All right, so you've pierced this thing quite hard. Probably right through its ribs, and when you pull the sword out, there's definitely this sucking sound, right? And then there's some blood that comes down this troll's quite long chin. Seems like you've hit its lung. And that is, unless you want to move or something, that is probably your turn.
No, it's okay.
All right, and it is Brain's turn. Brains.
So after, because Brain though he would have ducked behind his. Nah, I guess not. Never mind. So yeah, so Brain will take a step forward, and sort of bring out his short bow, but sees Acostus not looking very dented. So what he will do is he'll put away his longbow. Light crossbow.
Yeah.
Bring out his rapier.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll a dice to see which rapier I pull out.
Okay.
If it's the,
yeah,
if it's
because
the
you have
magic
two.
one or the non-magic one, because I have both of them on me.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
pull out the non-magic one.
You've probably
Because-
shoved them both in the same scabbard, and they're like oddly sticking out.
Brain has no idea. Brain's clueless on these things. So 11 or up is the magic. 10 to 1 is the non-magic one.
Right.
So D20. And it's the
Eight.
non-magic one.
Of course.
And so he then goes. Okay, yeah. So that's 15 feet from where he was. He will scoot right up into there, I guess. Actually, no, I want to be here. I'm gonna be there. Oop, wait a second. Now, why is that weird? That's weird. There we go. Okay, cool. So I want to be here. And why isn't it going there? Because I can't go there. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna slide up into here. I am flanking with Uma.
Yeah.
With my rapier. So,
yeah, for sure. Yep. Yep.
Rapier. Yeah, that's terrible.
You know that doesn't hit.
Yeah, it definitely did not hit.
But I feel
rolled
like
a 2 and a 4.
I feel like you've tried to poke this thing, and it's just a little bit distracted because it has been pierced through the lung just now. So you do actually poke it right through its hand, but it doesn't notice. Like, it doesn't seem to care. When you pull it out again, this rapier is tiny in comparison to the size of this thing, right? So it's just like a little drop of blood forms where you did that, and nothing else happens to it.
I stuck it with a needle.
Yeah,
that's right.
should have been a poison needle.
Yeah, I've stuck a giant with a needle. It's like mosquito. SWAT.
Oh no.
But I still have a bonus action, and for my bonus action, I will. Did we lose someone?
Yeah. What happened?
We
Sorry.
lost.
Who did we lose?
Lost.
Oh, we lost the good doctor. Connection is fucked. BRB is what he
And
says.
there
There
he
he
is.
is.
Yay.
Get back. Yeah. Right.
Wonderful. Hopefully he can say something.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So, as a part of my traits, I will sort of shuffle a little bit over and go, "Hit me, you big dumbass! Hit me!" or "Hit me! Hit me!" as I'm waving my rapier in my hands around, giving Augustus aid on his next attack.
Nice, sweet.
So he has advantage.
Okay, perfect.
Because I'm flanking with Uma, so she'll have advantage. So
yeah.
I'm going to be dead, but that's okay.
I'll give you a little battle axe to indicate that, Augustus. And it is now the troll's turn. So it's being hit from both sides. It barely noticed Brain's attack, but it certainly noticed that it was being, screamed at and insulted and that kind of thing. So you are in this role. Who should I attack now? And he turns to Uma. Because he's got multi-attack. This is just for his first attack. And I'll just refresh everybody's memory with that in chat. And so it reaches down. You feel like maybe it's even obeying you, but then it opens its mouth and puts its hands on the ground and reaches out with its bite, and with a 23, that probably hits.
That hits.
Quite some teeth.
For 6 piercing damage. You are still raging, I believe. So that would be 3 piercing damage.
Nope, wrong way. There.
And for my next trick, he's going to attack Augustus with a claw.
Okay.
Justice.
Acostus, sorry. And with a 22, that does hit, even though you have some oh man, some great AC. It hits you for 14 slashing damage.
Oh no!
No, I'm down.
Damn.
I'm down.
Yeah. So, how does this thing hit you? I mean, you're not dead, but you are unconscious. How does this thing hit you?
It doesn't kill him outright.
You get to narrate.
It was
this.
close.
It was. I mean, I think that it would have needed to do like 22 damage or something like that to kill him outright.
Yeah.
But how does this thing hit you? It's certainly hit you very hard.
It probably slung its hand back and basically punched him hard enough that it broke several ribs and sent Augustus onto it.
Right. Yeah. And I'm going to see if this thing wants to continue its attack on you or not. It does not. It's going to attack someone else. It's going to attack Uma again. It's going to turn and...
What am I, chopped liver here?
Yes, apparently. 12 is not a critical hit, so it's going to... That's going to be 10... what is that?
No, it misses.
You're not
Oh
listening.
yes,
I'm
you're
listening.
right. I am not listening. So it missed you absolutely. So it swings and just whiffs by you. So that is the troll's turn. A pretty successful turn, I think. And it is now top of the 3rd round. It is Spring's turn.
Okay.
You have just seen Acostus downed by this venerable foe.
Mm.
Yeah. So he's he's unconscious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right
He's
Yep.
now.
unconscious and
Yeah.
bleeding.
Okay. Well, uh, man.
And anything, just a note about unconscious characters, any kind of healing will stabilize them. There's also a stabilize action you can take that will, you'll need to do a medicine check and clear the base DC of 10. But for someone who has lay on hands, that's probably not a risk you want to take.
Okay. Well, hmm. Oh, we really haven't done a lot of damage to this guy, and he's regenerated too. So, uh, I'm kind of looking over at Acostus worriedly, but I think I'm going to still attempt to hit this thing with an arrow
Mm-hmm.
strike
Yep. Okay.
because I'm worried about how long he's going to last. And
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be running out of lay on hands power before we finish this guy.
Yeah,
Um,
I did forget to narrate it, but I did add some hit points back to his hit point pool
okay.
when he took his turn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I gave him six hit points.
Yeah.
But now,
no, I mean the troll did the regenerate.
oh, the
he,
troll.
He
Okay. Yeah.
regenerated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did. Yeah. Oh, you did say that, but I don't know if you said how many.
Right.
I think you did. Anyway. So, so I'm going to attempt an arrow strike on this foe,
Please
which
do.
means now it means D20 plus 3. No, 4, right? I think.
I can just check that. Arrow D20 plus 4. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. 16
A 16 hits.
for the roll. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
a D8 plus 2 damage. Piercing
Plus 2.
damage.
No bonus on top of that. So okay, yeah, plus 2. All right.
That's right.
Oh,
Not to.
god damn it. 4. 4 damage.
Oof. Okay.
1d8 plus 2. Yeah.
Because it's been a while since we played,
Yep.
do you remember, Spring, that you have spells that allow you to add damage to a hit if you do one?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I was thinking I might have to use that on this guy. I guess maybe I'll try with my next. I also have to be in melee range.
Is
So.
that Divine
Oh, right.
Smite or something?
Or
Yeah, Thunderous Smite. That was the one. I
Thunderous
chose.
Smite. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
You
because
can
it makes
do-
a lot
you
of
can-
noise.
You can do divine. You can do just divine smite. You have that as a thing you can do, or you can cast a spell that gives you another types of smite.
And I believe Divine Smite can be used after you've rolled your damage, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think this.
Possibly
I think
Thunderous
that's-
Smite too.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, but he has to be in melee.
Oh right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I have a special cat in my other game that allows.
If I was in melee, I mean, if I was closer, the first thing I'd probably do is a lay on of hands. But then, yeah, I would want to. I'll have to get there eventually
Right.
because I think this guy's gonna last probably a few more turns. So
So do you
Yeah.
want to move? You are in the corner, probably about 15 feet away from the troll. You have just fired over the dead ogre, who is quite rotund, right? So so the troll is peeking up over the dead body. You can see the top half of its body. And you have sunk an arrow into it. So you can move. If you're trying to stay away from the troll, you can move back towards the door from where you came, or you can move further down into the room. Remember, this is a sort of a bowling alley of a room, and you can move down the long part as well.
okay.
along the
Well,
wall.
yeah. So if I was moving down, I would be like, where would I be positioned from where those?
It's just about the same position that you're in now, just more in the middle of the room. relative to the combat.
So I will move. I will move a little bit closer to the middle of the room. I'm still feeling a bit wary about this, but yeah, I'm gonna move a little more into the middle of the room.
Okay. So you've done that, and you have just passed a small chest as well.
Oh yeah, that chest.
There's
Right.
a little chest here. Let me see. It is a looks like a wooden chest with a leather covering, and it's got rivets along the edge of it, as if it were being held in place by rivets. And that is your turn. It is now Uma's
All right.
turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Cool. Uma, you look like you are down to about, we'll say, 20 out of 36 if we were going to put your health on a scale. And it is your turn to attack or do whatever you like.
Yep. Well, you no learn lesson. And I'm guessing an 11 misses.
An 11 does miss, yeah. So you're just trying to hit each other and missing. Actually, it did bite you earlier. So.
Oh. yeah, it did.
All right. So, are you going to move or do anything else?
Nope.
All right. So you still have your rage. I would love to put a rage like little counter on.
Rage cap. Yeah.
So like, I don't know. What's a rage counter? Looks like that. That's kind of ragey looking, right? It's got like a little
sure.
fireball going around. I don't know, what is that? A gear? Maybe it's not very.
Yep.
Maybe it's not very
gay.
ragey looking, but anyways, it is. It is Acostus's turn, and he is down and unconscious. So that means he makes a death savings throw. Hopefully, he does not roll a 1, but rolls a 20 instead.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be rolling my deaths. My save. Give me one moment.
Yeah, no problem. You're using D&D Beyond, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So 3. That is better than a
Failure.
1, but still.
It's a failure.
Yeah, it's a failure still. So just that should be marked on your sheet now, right? Okay, perfect. So you've got a one failure. I'm gonna put that in red. And that is your turn. That is all you can do as an unconscious character.
Wait, what happens if you get, how many fails can you get?
3. He can get 3.
Three fails and then I die.
Yeah. So
Right.
1 counts as 2 failures, and a 20 counts as 2 successes. If he
Right.
makes 3 successes, he stabilizes just naturally, and will get over it. Basically, he'll wake up in a little while.
But he'll still have
if
only,
everyone just leaves him in this room for some reason, then like in an hour or something, he'll wake
And we
up.
wouldn't do that.
And
But he won't get any hit points back just naturally like that, I assume.
I would have a hard time having someone with 0 hit points walking around, so I would probably give him, as the DM, 1 hit point back if he wakes up naturally. So it is now Brain's turn.
Yes. So I do. Yeah, if he gets a natural 20, he at the start of his turn he gets 1 hit point, and his turn starts.
Oh, he gets
Right.
1 hit
You
point
rolled-
and his turn starts. Is that?
Yeah, because it's at the beginning of your turn you roll death saving throws.
Yeah, that's right.
So if he rolls a natural 20, he actually gets his turn. 'Cause he has 1
Right.
hit
Yeah, assuming that he stabilizes.
No, because when you roll a natural 20, you get a hit point.
Oh, is that
Okay.
true? I thought it
Yeah.
was just the antithesis of rolling a natural 1.
No.
But it's
Uh-huh.
not that at all, is it? Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
If you get
Perfect.
a natural 20, you get 1 hit point, and you start your turn. You have to use half your movement to get
All right.
up. And all those
Obviously,
Yeah.
I've never rolled a natural 20 while trying to recover.
things. I have in a
Yeah, it's
live
generally
game
quite rare.
Yeah,
once.
right.
It's pretty
nice.
cool. I'm
Awesome.
pretty chuffed.
All right. So
Sorry,
thank you for reminding me of this rule, and it is now your
I do
turn.
apologize.
No, please.
I'm going to do something because I remember I have something. So, Brain's going to sort of because he just he attacked Uma, right?
He did attack Uma. He also attacked Acostus.
But who did he attack last? Is what I'm asking.
He attacked Uma and missed last. He also
Okay.
attacked Uma and hit first.
Cool. But did he hit a? Oh no! Oh,
He hit
right.
Acostus next, and then the last
Right.
attack
Oh, then he went.
was
right.
against Uma,
Cool.
and he missed.
Yeah. So Brain takes his rapier and tries to jam it into this thing's butt. So he will, with advantage. Hopefully this time it'll work with rapier. 14.
A 14 does not hit.
God damn it.
This thing has stone skin. That doesn't literally have stone skin, but it feels like it has stone for skin. As your rapier goes, you hit with it, but the rapier just bends, and it's got like these amazing glutes that cannot be penetrated. So.
Oh man.
All right. So, Brain will try one other thing.
Right.
So, he tries to stick him and he misses.
Mm-hmm.
So, as he brings it back, I go, "Hey, dumbass, look down here!" And I'm going to reach into my pack
Yep.
and then throw my vial of acid at its face
Oh wow.
as my bonus action.
Ooh,
with my other hand.
sweet. Excuse me. And
So I'm thinking it's dexterity, but I'm not proficient in throwing vials of acid.
right.
So it'll be a D20 plus plus 4.
Yeah. Okay.
that cool?
Your dexterity is 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
All right. So
I mean, your modifier is 4. Your dexterity.
Yeah,
is...
my modifier.
yeah.
all right. Let's see here. Plus, and it's with advantage as well because again I am still, or would it be? Is the question.
Yeah. It's Oh no! Wait. It's a ranged attack, isn't it? Because you're throwing it.
Yes.
So it would be at disadvantage because this thing is 5 feet away from you. But I'm going to waive that because it is actually very large, and I think that would... What you're doing makes a lot of sense, and I cannot say, like, I cannot find a reason why it would be with disadvantage.
Thank you.
Cool.
You're so wonderful. You're so wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love our game master. 19.
A 19 hits.
And I'll see if I got a. See if I get a natural 20, and I do not. And it's a 1d6 one-off.
D6. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
So I will roll 1d6. 4 points of
for acid damage.
acid damage.
So I'm going to give this little man a little, what is it? A little stop sign. Because, you know, in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, if a troll takes acid damage, it will stop it from regenerating.
Oh, that's very
for this
excellent.
next turn.
Yeah, it
James
was very
goes
smart
on.
getting some of that acid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Brain would have just been frustrated with the fact that he hasn't hit it twice with his rapier, so
Yeah,
he's just trying anything.
trying
at this
again.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And more importantly, what he's trying to do is get the troll's attention.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, you son of a bitch! Because he wants to protect his new friend. So, a scene, end of turn.
Perfect. So it is the troll's turn, and it does not regenerate because of the acid damage. But I do take I am going to take the stop sign off now. And you have given it some pause. I am rolling a d6 for its attacks, like to direct its attacks, because when there's attacks from all sides, there's no real reason to hit one person over the next. It's not that intelligent that it would attack casters first or that kind of thing. It's kind of a bestial thing.
What I'm really trying to do is prevent him from attacking our dead comrade. I mean, our unconscious comrade.
For sure. What I'm doing this turn is splitting the attack because it has already figured that Augustus is not a threat. It has stopped its attack on Augustus. But I'm going to give you, Brain, 1 to 4, while Uma has 5 and 6. And I guess I can roll that in public now that I've said what I'm doing. And that is a 3, so it attacks Brain. There you go.
Sweet.
you have your
That's what you wanted.
Yeah, you have exactly what you wanted. So it leans in and it tries to bite you. And
it does.
The 17 it hits for 8 piercing damage.
Do I taste good, son of a bitch?
Probably.
As it like shark shakes you. Do I taste good?
You want some more?
Yes, he does.
And once more. Oh no, this one's against Uma because Uma has a 5 and a 6. So it turns and hits with a claw, and kaplow! 19 hits for unfortunately 14 slashing damage. Ouch.
But
7
divided in half.
damage.
Wow. Yeah, that's right.
Still
And
receiving a lot of damage.
yes. 3, so it turns back to Brain. It seems to be whirlwinding around to try and claw Brain. So let's see what it does. 12. That doesn't hit. Right. So it's getting dizzy trying to attack everyone all at once. So when it comes back, it slashes with its claws. But Brain is able to duck under it, and you can see its eyes have that. They're going back and forth as if it's getting a little bit dizzy, and that is its turn. So it is now Spring's turn. You are, I think, about 20 feet away from this thing. You're behind the chest, but the chest is not big enough to obscure your vision or anything. You're up against the wall, maybe about a third of the way down the room. You can probably see the other end now. And let me just let me just see if you can see the other end. Yeah, you can see the wall on the other side, and you can see that there's a small recess on the northwest side of the room. That's it's too dark to see what is in that recess. It's just on the edge of your vision.
Well, I know I just moved. I'm wanting to be in distant range, but I think yeah, it's now I'm thinking like those death saving throws don't look so good. So I'm coming in, I'm
Mhm.
darting in, and I'm going to try and revive Acostus, and uh I will once again invoke the great power of all of the light, and I will return to him 6 hit points.
Right.
Uh, and that's, I'm assuming I don't really have time to do anything else, but
Ooh, you know what?
what?
Sorry. The troll, not the troll, the ogre is making it
Oh yeah.
difficult for you to get there because it is
Oh,
rough
big
terrain,
and
right?
okay.
If you move straight there, you will have moved through 2 squares of the ogre's, dead body laying on the floor, with 25 of your 30 movement, which is not enough to cover the extra 10 feet that you would
Oh,
need to move.
what an unusual
But
situation.
but you are a tabaxi who has feline, I think it's called feline agility, which means you
Yeah.
can double your speed.
Okay. So in this case, I choose to do that.
Okay. In that case, you can move around the troll entirely. Sorry, move around the ogre entirely and stay out of the troll's melee range if you choose to do so.
Whilst okay, while still attending to the unconscious
Right.
Acostus. Okay. Then
Oh, I'm just seeing now a different possibility, where you don't have to use feline agility if you don't want to. You could just be a little bit closer to the troll, and
yeah.
Acostus is still within 5 feet of you. You are kind of half standing on the ogre, but you
Yeah, yeah.
don't. You would normally need only 20 feet to move there, so you are
Yeah.
using 25 of your 30 feet, if that's what you'd like to do instead.
And I'd still be able to lay on
And you'd still
hands.
be able to lay on hands, yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine then. I'll do that. I'll stand on the ogre.
Yep. Yeah. So you're on rough
Yeah.
terrain, but you are able to reach Acostus. The troll is
Yeah.
right beside you, so please go ahead and use your lay on hands.
All right. Give him the 6 hit points, and now I'm down to 3 hit points, and then I'll have to start using magic,
Yeah.
which I can still do, thankfully. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So
That was your action. That
hopefully,
was your movement.
hopefully he opens his eyes and sits up,
Mm-hmm.
groggily.
Yes. Costas has definitely opened his eyes. He is prone, so he'll need to use some movement to get up, but
Mm-hmm.
he'll do that on his turn.
Yeah.
It is now Uma's turn. Oh, you can also attack from the prone position, if for some reason you didn't want to stand up. But it is Uma's turn. You can decide that later. You are raging. You are hit a lot. You are hurting. But still up and still fighting. Ooh, great axe, 22, nice. Yeah, with a six damage. Okay, so
Yep.
let me just.
All right.
All right, adjusting hit points. There we go. And all right, so you have hit this thing with your great axe. It is cleaved into its back as it's spinning around, and you manage to get it out no problem, so that you can hit next time as well. And is there anything else you wanted to do?
Nope, that's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay, so Acostus, you are prone.
Okay.
You are hit. I will take that counter off of you.
Okay.
And I want to know the wording of what you're doing to give aid remotely in the way that you're doing, Brain? For Brain. That was a question for Brain.
Oh, okay.
Say again?
I would like to know the wording of the ability that you're using to give aid remotely
Oh, I'm sorry.
in the way
Yep.
that you're doing. Because I want to know if this aid has worn off because...
It has.
Okay, it has. All right.
Because it's until the beginning of your next turn.
Right. Okay.
Because it's actually the help action. So it's called Master of Tactics.
Right, okay.
You can use the help action as a bonus action. Additionally, when you use the help action to aid in an ally in attacking a creature, the target of that attack can be within 30 feet of you,
Right, okay.
as opposed to 5 feet. So,
All right, so Acostus, you are unfortunately not helped anymore, but you are alive, so that is great.
Yay. Okay, so basically, Augustus is going to immediately sit up and begin his return an attack back at the troll,
Mm-hmm.
and try to attack it. He has
Perfect.
advantage, right?
Yes, you do for sure. Yes.
At this point, he's probably also dropped his torch. So.
Oh yeah, after being unconscious, you probably probably rolled a little bit away from you.
Okay.
And
17.
17 hits, yes.
Okay. Eight.
8 damage. Right. So you've taken your short sword, and you've as this thing is spinning around, and an axe cleaves into its back, and your short sword, you see an opportunity because it's raking its hands across to try and get Brain, but you've stuck its palm with your short sword, and stopped that's claw from making any kind of contact with poor Brain. Poor you, actually. You were the one that was knocked right out. And so that's great. Do you want to do anything else, like move? I guess. No. Okay, so it is Brain's turn then.
Well, I would like to use second wind.
Right. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, please. To do another action. Oh wait, no. To second wind is the one where you regain health. Right?
Who gets that ability?
Fighters.
Fighters do. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, I'm at
Right.
10 HP now.
Perfect. Not quite perfect. It's you have a maximum of 12, so that's pretty damn near perfect. And it is now Brain's turn.
Right. Okay. That process. Which way is he facing? Or
He has he's facing generally you and Acostus.
got it. All right then. So I will do this. I will move over to beside Uma.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to stick him in the butt with my rapier.
Okay, yeah.
Right in the butt.
We've tried this already, Brain.
Yes, I know, but I'm gonna try it again.
His
Expect
butt
a
looks
different
like
result.
his butt looks like 2 baguettes that have been left out for a week.
Either hit, correct?
Yes, that's true.
Right. Okay. So go.
Yeah, with the 25 you
17.
hit and 17.
Just a second. I'm
Yeah.
going to re-roll my the D8 on my rapier because it's a 3, and I'm hoping to get more than a 3. Come on, more than a 3. 5.
Perfect. So 17
So
plus
that's-
2, which is 19.
19.
Sweet. Wow. Okay.
And then I am going to. I haven't yet to use my bonus action. Okay. So that's. Can't do that. Oh, shoot. I almost forgot. Add another 4 points to that damage for Fury of the Small, which is a goblin thing, which I totally forgot what I told just now.
You're pulling out
Yeah.
all the tricks here, man.
Yeah, got it all.
The extra damage equals your level. Wow, that's cool.
Once
Yeah,
per
for
long
sure.
rest.
Absolutely. So
Oh no, what's for short rest? Woohoo! Yeah, and so bonus action. Nah, it won't really do anything good that way. So I will again, using my bonus action to do the help action one more time. I will ultimately go to Uma, looking up at the creature and go, There's no way you can hit me a second time. Ha! Trying to get it to pay attention to me as opposed to Uma, and I will take the one step here, which doesn't take me out of his attack range, right?
That's true.
Okay, go.
All right.
And that is my turn. Making sure that you realize the part goes on far too long.
Yeah, for sure. And you probably didn't even put a mask on to do that, so the troll is like vastly offended.
Yeah. Exactly.
Stop it.
Imagine that. The troll is really keen on observing protection protocols.
Yeah. Well, it did rush you, so I don't know even if it knows what they are. So I don't know.
I don't think it understands the separation of 6 feet, though. For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't.
Social distancing is not its thing.
All right. I just need to make a quick calculation.
Yes.
And oh wow. Okay, even with its regeneration, because the acid effect is worn off now. Even with its regeneration, it looks like it is severely hurt. It is bloodied, and it has failed a morale check. So what it's going to do, instead of attacking, it's going to do something different. It's going to try and push Spring off of the downed enemy that Spring is standing on. So it's going to make a strength roll, and Spring, you can oppose that either by staying its hand. Or by dodging away from the push, which is like the difference between athletics and a dex save.
Okay, I'm gonna use dexterity, I think.
Okay, roll a dex save. I wonder if you have proficiency in that, because saves do you get to choose proficiencies. at the beginning. I can check that too. It seems like you do not. So you will roll your d20, add 2, and I will also use strength against you.
13.
13, and this thing rolled 7. So it does not
wow, that's
push
nice.
you. So you duck out of the way of this wild push, and that is its action. Normally, it has been using multi-attack to as its action, which is only one action. But it does get to attack 3 times with that. So it is giving up quite a lot to try and do this.
Just to try and shove me.
Yeah, just try and shove you down. But it did not make it. So
Wow.
it is kind of stuck here too. It can't move. That's untrue. That is untrue. This is unfortunate for this troll. That it is super true that it can move. It can actually move into here as it runs away. So Uma and Spring will at first get attacks of opportunity. Spring first, sorry.
Okay. Well, so it's actually like running.
Yeah,
kinda.
it's turned and it's running now.
Okay,
And
so
it's trying to
I'm
squeeze
gonna...
between all of the combatants here. As a large creature, that makes it an incredible target.
Yeah. So while it's doing that, I'm gonna take another shot at him.
Yeah.
I
It
guess
has
that
to
gives
be
me
with
advantage.
your melee attack.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then yeah. Maybe I can use the spell. I just have to figure out what. Okay. So I always have to do this because I can. Well, first let me roll. Okay. First I'll roll
Yeah.
a
See
hit.
if you hit first.
Yeah. So D20 plus. Okay. I'll be using my short sword. So 5. Right. Okay. Holy shit. Oh, that was terrible. 6.
6 does not hit, unfortunately. So it continues to move, and then Uma and Brain both gets a.
I'm still
reaction.
off balance because it tried to fucking push me.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've stepped in the ogre's armpit, and you feel like, hey, has this ogre suddenly gotten me? But no, actually, you're just kind of stuck in its flesh. So Snail Brain gets a 21 against this thing.
Nice.
There is no sneak, obviously, so it's just the 8 points.
Just 8
of,
damage.
Piercing.
Yep. And Uma, you also get a reaction against it.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
And you are
22?
Yeah, you have help with this, so yeah, for sure you get a 22. And so that would be, with your rage, it's 10 damage. And so what was that? That was 5, 10 feet, 15 feet. It has moved 20 feet, and Augustus can attack it now.
Okay. Augustus is going to use this opportunity to attack,
Okay.
screaming at it, that calling, saying, "Coward!" He rolls a 16.
A 16. That will hit.
Seven.
7 damage. All right. So This thing is mightily wounded after having turned its back with disregard for its own safety, and it is now it's ducked through this door. And it seems like a very small door for this thing, but it is so like long and gangly that it just kind of moves through it without difficulty. And that will be the end of its turn. And it is making kind of whimpering sounds now, like low, kind of aggressive whimpering sounds, but nevertheless you can tell that this thing is not enjoying this battle anymore. And it is the top of the round. I believe it's the 4th or 5th round or whatever. But I do need, it is very close to the end. I just need a couple minutes to stand up and stretch because my back is killing me. It has been for a few days, but just sitting in the same position.
Like, when it's not my turn, so...
Yeah, so I'm just going to give it like a 2 minutes to stretch, and then we'll come back and we'll figure out how we're going to end this, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna go...
I'll be right back.
You scared the troll away. Ha 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 ha. Are you there, Doctor?
Yeah.
How are you enjoying it so far? The unconscious part's never fun.
Yeah. I might still run something from RuneQuest or at least White Box though, because I need practice on DMing.
No worries. Thanks for being here tonight, though.
You're welcome. Or Dungeon Crawl Classics.
Yep. That's supposed to be quite wonderfully crunchy, like olden games.
Dungeon Crawl Classics?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty fast if you when you start out. Pretty fast as you go through her initiative. And it's brutal like old games, but it's not crunchy until you start invoking clerics and wizards into the formula. Then it starts getting crunchy. It's because every time you cast a spell, it correlates to a table, and that table will tell you what that spell does. So, for example, if you roll a plus 30 on a large spell, you become 100 feet tall. That's cool. Something that like literally happens, but it's But the trick with Dungeon Crawl Classics is, it's a fun game if you like the random happenings of D&D and just like seeing, oh, I want to do this, and you roll it and something crazy happens, and then you kind of build an adventure off of that, and it's kind of that old style of gameplay.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is that the game is lethal as shit.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, oh, AD&D is lethal. Like, it's lethal. The whole thing is built around the fact that you have 4 peasants that you put through a funnel, which is essentially an adventure that's built around killing your characters. And then you get like this this small little group of characters, at least like 2, 3 characters that are all level 1. And then you build them up from level 1 to level 10. But nobody usually gets them to level 10 because they're usually killed by then.
Yeah. And I did know that you dying is quite easy.
Yeah. It's still a fun game, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but it's not for the faint of heart.
Well, the idea is don't put 3 days into your backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I'm back, by the way.
Yep.
All
I
right.
like putting 3 days into my backstory.
Well, if you like
Well, this
doing
one-
that, you guess what? You'll have a lot of chances to do that.
Yeah. Play a
Win-win
game. Oh.
for everyone.
I might do something with RuneQuest Second Edition, but I'm not sure. I've read through the rules like a few times, but I need to read through all the errata as well.
Right.
So it's fun.
All right. So this troll has just run into the last room you were in. That has not Avery, but Kushi is there, and the dead
All
white.
right.
And it is now Spring's turn. It's standing sort of just on the other side of the door, like kind of blocking the doorway.
Okay. Well, all right. So I guess I will try another melee attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you run up to the troll. You've got you're on one side of the door. The door's open. The troll is on the other side of the door, and you're going to attack through the door, like that.
Yeah. So I rolled an actual 1 last time. So it can't be any worse than that.
I guess it could be the same.
It could be the same, which wouldn't be worse though.
No,
right.
that is true. It could not be worse.
Oh. Okay, so 20 is my roll.
Right.
And
that is with your modifier?
That is with my modifier.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that hits this thing.
Yeah, it does.
So, all right. So now I have to figure out how this works again. I think I'm doing a... Crap.
That's with your magic short sword, right?
Yeah. But it's... Okay, well, I mean, I don't know how... Yeah, this thing's already kind of doing badly, isn't it? So maybe I don't need to cast a spell.
Yeah, it is doing quite badly.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so I'll just roll a damage, regular damage.
Right.
So it's
that would be
D6.
what? Your D6 plus 3?
Yeah. Okay, 5 damage.
5 damage. All right. So
Yeah.
so it's not dead, but it is very nearly getting there. You can see it slowing down as the blood runs from its body. And I guess that was the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
So hold on. How many pieces of movement was that? That was 20. You've got 10 feet of movement left. If you move away from this troll, it will get an opportunity attack on you.
Yeah. Uma, how you doing?
Oh my! Ow!
Uma, ow. Okay, all right, well, so I probably don't have I don't have time to do anything else except maybe move closer to Uma
Okay.
for next time.
Right.
So yeah.
So you're moving closer to Uma, like that.
Yeah, because I'll probably I don't know how much longer this thing's gonna last, but
Right.
I'll try to heal Uma next time. Next turn.
I'm just
So-
going to, because it's through the door and it
Oh, yeah.
was narratively
That
it was
door.
facing away from you.
You can
Okay.
stay there because I'm gonna move closer to it.
All right,
So-
all right.
There's
Same with
what was that?
the Acostus. Acostus is not done with the troll.
Yeah, that's right. But because it is facing away from you and it is through the door, there's no. I should clarify. There's no facing in our game. Like each token is technically facing in every direction. But narratively, this thing is through the door, so I'm gonna give it a roll to see if it will attack you.
Okay.
And it will not actually attack you.
Oh.
It will notice
wow.
you and turn its head, but it will not catch you in time to hit you.
Okay.
And so you've gotten away with that.
Yeah.
It is now Uma's turn.
All right, Uma. Oh, hi, kitty.
Hi.
Come up in great axe.
Yep.
But I do not have advantage this time,
No.
so that's her turn.
That is her turn with an 8 attack. All right. It is now Acostus' turn.
Acostus is going to basically charge with his blade held high, and he's basically going to jump. He's basically going to jump, use Uma as a springboard, and try to like drive his blade down into the troll.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
It's called style points.
Style points.
Style. It's called style
Yeah.
because I just nat 20'd.
Oh yeah! There it is. Roll your special crit damage. We do roll your damage dice twice and then add your modifier,
Nice.
which I think
Yeah.
is default.
Yep, that's default. 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm just gonna roll it here. There we go. That'd be a total of 12.
Total of 12. Wow, this thing has gone down. Damn. How do you kill this thing? This troll.
He basically leaps off of Umo, screaming a battle cry as he kind of goes into the darkness
Mm-hmm.
and drives his Zephos or Shifos or however you pronounce it, the Greek version of whatever his short sword.
Yeah.
That's the literal name for short sword in Greek, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I see it.
he basically drives it down into the head of the troll and basically twists the blade as he finishes it off
Yeah.
and goes down with it. And then he comes back out, bloody blade in hand,
Perfect.
and to go
yeah.
over here and just recover his torch.
All right. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Acostus, that's great. Brain, this does not affect you, but I would like Uma and Spring to both roll a nature check.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think I have any nature points. Wait. No.
Ooh, well done, Uma.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's D20 plus what though? Uh,
Oh,
D20 plus what?
for nature?
It's your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, so that would be a
Okay.
0 modifier.
Yeah, so I don't have any intelligence. I don't think I have an intelligence modifier.
No, you don't.
Okay. Because I'm not that smart. So, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 1.
Okay,
That's how
wow.
stupid
Okay.
I am.
All right. So Uma says, Uma knows. Sorry, I don't mean to say that she says anything. Uma knows that, or has heard that a troll, when killed, still needs acid thrown on it. If it is to permanently die. Spring has heard otherwise, and he's saying,
The trolls
no,
in my forest are different.
I'm pretty sure that you need to do ice damage to it in order to kill it permanently.
I'm telling you, the trolls in my forest are they're different. They're just...
Okay, we do both. And
Okay, that sounds good.
I will
I think
go over,
acid cannot possibly help this troll.
I will
so-
go over here and like, I don't know, dip something into the acid that's under there.
Just your
I
hand.
have some armor spikes.
Yeah.
I'll dip one of the armor spikes in there, and then I will go and jab the armor spike in its head.
Right, perfect. And you can see.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea.
You can see.
And I'm looking around for something ice, but I can't find anything.
I'm
really
not seeing
frustrated.
anything that's icy. But yeah, for sure, you stick the armor spike in its head, probably in Acostus's wound, because Acostus jammed it right down into its head, and you can see a little bit of smoke coming out, and it smells terribly. And you can see its hair it's got this like scraggly hair. It kind of burns away, and then the troll it jerks, and its eyes go dark and wither away into like these little tiny raisins in its socket, and it falls. It seemed like it was tensing before, but now it seems to relax and die properly. And so
I'm like sniffing the air and oh, this guy doesn't really seem like he's good to eat. You know, I get really excited when we meet a creature that's not undead, but you know, I don't know. Forget this guy. So I'll reach into my pack and pull out my lyre, and I start sort of strumming a song on my lyre and start singing about the battle and how awesome the battle was and how brave we all were.
Absolutely. And it's great. I mean, you can roll a performance if you like.
Yeah, okay. I'll roll a performance because
it's already going to be a
actually
good song, but if you roll well, it'll be like an inspiring song. It'll be great.
Yeah, well, I actually have that ability.
Oh, sweet. Is that from like a performer background or something?
Yeah, I have performance background. I don't know how. What do I add to my roll though?
That would be your lyre ability plus proficiency.
Yeah.
So a D20 plus proficiency.
And you then pick an ability to, so it'd probably dexterity because of you're playing an instrument with your hands.
I would say dexterity or wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So 22. Oh, it made a great song.
22. Wow, this is this is a wonderful song and super apt to the situation, and something that feels classic. Like you could hear this being sung in a not even like a bar, but like a hall for the express purpose of singing songs. You could
Yeah.
certainly hear this being played there.
And I have developed a different than normal way of playing the lyre because it's not quite adapted for my hands, but I make it like different and awesome because of that. It's
Yeah.
almost got more of a Spanish flavor to it.
Oh
If
wow. Yeah.
anybody
Okay.
knew what Spanish was, which they don't, but uh, yeah. And it's I've not been inspired to do this yet in the game, so yeah.
Nice.
Cool. You see, Brain has a little tear in his eye as he walks up next to you and goes, "I think I got acid in my eye. Ow!"
Don't put acid in eye.
No, don't put acid in your eye. Your
It's
song,
bad.
your song
Don't
was
do
good,
that.
but not that good.
Yeah,
Uh,
well,
Sorry. Go ahead.
it's a special moment,
Mhm.
and we need all the celebration we can get. I'm sure we're all really tired, but yeah, I need to rest definitely.
Yeah.
I think after that we all need a bit of a short rest.
Yeah, for sure.
Brain
But
will
I
also
feel
walk-
like we should do that next time, and um,
My one last bit of RP though is I walk over to
Yeah.
Augustus, and Brain puts up his hand like in a high five motion and goes, "Yeah." Now you can.
Augustus just kind of looks at it and just kind of not necessarily meekly, but he hesitantly gives a high five back because he doesn't know what that is.
Yeah.
Just wondering. He doesn't. He's wondering what you're doing.
Cause you killed the troll. Nicely done.
Thanks.
We got
You did.
we give him extra shards.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not that
definitely.
we're keeping track of killing the ogre, all the monsters down here. We're not
Yeah,
doing
we
that.
have a very lax attitude about that
You
around here.
always say that, and then you say how many you killed.
Yeah, because I'm keeping track. I'm saying we don't keep track, but I do.
Oh,
Oops. Oh.
Yes. And Augustus, this was your kill.
Yes. I am marking it down in my notes right now. How much? So, we get 563 XP each.
each, yes,
Oh, each?
each.
And
That's
45 shards each?
that troll was worth 1,800 XP.
Holy shit.
Good news. The shards part, is that...
Yep, that is
by
total for all of you.
Oh, wow. For each of us?
Yep,
Wait.
all of you. For all of you, divided
Oh.
by
Sorry.
however you want to divide those up,
Got it.
because they are physical physical
Objects. We
things,
have
physical
yeah.
objects. So you can trade them if you want to. Like they're all equal, but like
So...
So wait, how many XP did you say?
XP is 560 XP. Sorry, 563 XP.
Wow, okay.
So if we divide the shards in four, you get 11.5, so the extra one goes to Augustus?
Yeah.
So we all get 11 shards with one extra, so you get 12.
So I get 12 shards. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
12 light shards, correct? Yes.
Light shards, yes. The dark shards come from the material abyss, which none of you have been in yet.
Hang on. Are they dark or light shards?
They're light.
They're light shards. Okay, that's all right.
And just to confirm with you, Spring, I believe you have 1,917 experience points now.
I have to actually tally that because I've just been adding the new ones, so I have it all written down here somewhere, but I
Right.
haven't actually added them up.
Right. Yeah. The way you do it is a lot better. I just have the final tally there. so
Well,
yeah.
the way to do it is not good because I always forget to tally them before each session. Because if I did that, then I would know when it was time to like level up and shit, but I
Right.
don't. So, yeah.
All right. So I
wait,
guess
no. I'm sorry. I said before that level 3
So
was 27. That's level 4 is 27.
I'm
Oh,
already
right.
level 2. I'm already level
900.
2.
Yeah, you are after one battle. Power
So hang on.
leveled.
So you are level 3.
I'm
So-
level 2. I'm level 2 right now.
No, I'm talking.
Level
I'm
2.
talking.
Yeah.
To Spring.
Sure. Yeah. So you said I had 1900 after the troll?
Yeah, 1917.
1917 total. Okay, I might as well. And I can get to how much do I need for level 4?
27.
27. Okay.
I'm
Maybe
going
next
to give Spring inspiration for fighting a battle one level below where he actually was.
What do you mean?
So not only do you get to level up, but you're also going to next session get to re-roll one of your bad D20 rolls.
Acostus?
Sorry?
You mean Acostus?
No, Spring actually, because Spring's
Oh, he was level
true level during this battle
Oh, I see,
was
I see,
3,
I see.
but he fought as if he were a
I
level
thought you
2.
meant the monster. You
Right.
How did it? What do you mean?
Because
do that?
you should have leveled up when you walked through the portal.
Oh,
You had enough.
Do I
I did.
level up?
Okay.
Yes. Wait. Hold on. Don't level up yet,
Okay.
Acostus, because usually we level up on a long rest.
Okay.
Spring has had a long rest and just didn't realize that he should have leveled up.
But wait, I was already at level 3.
Oh, do you have that on yours? Okay, because I didn't have that on mine.
I thought so because I gained another. Because level 1 I didn't have any spells.
Yeah.
Right. Level 2 I gained the ability to I gained 3 spell slots or something.
Yeah.
Level 3, which happened a couple of sessions ago, I thought. I gained an extra spell thing and more lay on hands points.
Right.
I think.
Of course.
So I should be ready to level 4 maybe after the end of the next session, maybe.
Yeah.
I would guess.
So, you don't get that that inspiration,
Right.
Because
Okay.
you were actually fighting at level 3. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Except I didn't give myself an extra spell, but I didn't use them anyway. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
okay.
true. But yeah, for Acostus's question, don't level up yet. You will level up when you get a full long rest. And that is the game. That is our game.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by and playing, Acostus. I hope that you will continue to play with us. I like.
Yes. Thanks you for joining us, Doctor.
I love your Greek character. With your name, Dr. Alpha Einstein, people are calling you Doctor, which brings to mind Doctor Who for me. And this Acostus character is very Doctor Who. Just like a period dude.
Yeah, period soldier
thrown
thrust
into this
one.
fantasy world.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of it's the original idea was kind of like he would be on kind of this journey, but With this is fine as well. Just kind of having his world being flipped upside down, where he was effectively a hoplite of this made up city state, Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But he but he is trying to find peace in death, and and going on this spiritual journey.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. And you haven't seen like, these fantasy monsters before.
No.
You've been fighting humans and stuff, right?
Considering
Yes.
you've been doing very well with dealing with all that and befriending a cat creature and a goblin and a half orc.
Yeah, I was thinking that he would be used to seeing at least mostly humans, but hearing rumors of things like gorgons and hydra
Yeah.
and the myths and tales of Greek legend and stuff that's probably found in Theros. But
Are you Roman or Greek? Greek?
in real life or in the game?
In the game.
Greek, but
Okay.
I specifically chose Greece. I just kind of stuck with Greece because why
Yeah.
not?
Why not? Right. Noble warriors of the ancient Hellenic race.
I will, because you're kind of at a disadvantage. You don't really know a lot of your character doesn't really know a lot of the fantasy monsters and races and that kind of stuff. I'm going to give him add something to his character. He will get advantage on checks to know about humanoid warriors.
Nice. That's cool.
That's good. Cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that's a little bit of a disadvantage, but he's
Perhaps some of the rest of us don't
balances
have
out just
the
a little
advantage
bit
of
like
knowing
that.
about humanoid warriors. I guess Kushi might, because he is human, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But
know about cats.
he also comes from a fantasy world where things like this exist, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it seems like if there were fantasy creatures on Earth, then they have died out long ago. Nobody has seen them for a long, long time.
Or there would be like legends or whispers of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So like say the story of the Odyssey or whatever,
Mhm.
it might have
Yeah.
been like the story that's been passed on to however long,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, this stuff's real. He might usually be fighting, say, a lion, or if that's even hit a thought,
Yeah.
or like a human enemies, but he's never probably fought anything like orcs, right, or goblins or anything, because
Yeah.
Right.
that's the world he comes from. So
Yeah.
Yeah. But he would recognize a cyclops if he saw one.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
for
he
sure.
would. Oh yeah, he would definitely recognize like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
cyclops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you run across this kind of fantasy race and you think that's you would know about it, just let me know and we'll have that discussion then.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna log off because I've
Yep.
got to get
Getting late, I guess.
sit down in a comfy chair. My back is still hurting me. So
We're still
Hey,
live,
man.
by the.
yes, we are. And I'll
Bye now. Thank
turn that off.
you.
All right, I'll see you.
Okay. I'm gonna watch a movie and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, same here.
All right.
yeah.
I'm just getting
Cheers,
rid
guys.
of browsers.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Night.